And here we are, back like we never left, taking on and watching an Orlando Magic versus Philadelphia 76er matchup in an NBA Cup. Is this Wednesday? Tuesday night game, primetime television, NBC and Peacock. Everybody's gonna lay witness. The only other game on today is Atlanta versus Washington. You would think that would not be an interesting game, but boy, oh boy, am I keeping an eye on it. Let's get to it all. Let's cover it all. Let's start the show. Did I have to start with that Suggs image up on the screen? I didn't have to. It was a conscious decision. Conscious decision. We're going to start where we always start, with the away team. Paolo Banchero is going to remain out. I believe he's going to remain out. I don't think he's playing here today. But, of course, like always, I will go down and verify that. I probably should have verified that before I went live. But that Philly-Orlando game going on right now is crazy. It is crazy. The injury report, Paolo is going to remain out for another couple days, maybe another week. We'll see. As for the 76ers, Paul George is out. Joel Embiid is out. VJ Edgecombe is out. Kelly Oubre is out. Dembona is out. So a lot of size gone and a lot of physicality gone for the Philadelphia 76ers. Can they pull it off? Going with Andre Drummond? We'll see. We'll break it all down as we go through it here. But as always, we will start with the away team. Orlando is in Philadelphia to take on the 76ers here tonight. And we're going to start with Paolo Banchero. Psych, no, we're not, because he's injured. Is it coincidence that the Orlando Magic are really playing so exceptionally well without him? I think it is coincidence, but it's going to be really interesting to watch what they look like when he comes back. Is he going to mess things up a little bit? Is it going to be an awkward fit trying to come back? Kind of similar to how it was last year? Who knows? We shall see how that plays itself out. But as for now, he's going to remain out, and the Orlando Magic should continue to roll the way that they have been rolling, because Franz Wagner has been hooping his butt off. 22.6 points per game. Just torched the Knicks, coming off a victory against them. 6.4 rebounds, 3.8 assists, damn near 4 assists. With Paolo being out, he's obviously the one. He's the main guy. He's number one. When Paolo was playing and they're both playing together, they split that responsibility. It's like a 1A, 1B type of situation, which we know doesn't always work out. Even if you throw generationally talented best players in the league together that fit this similar mode that Paolo and Franz fit, it's still a little clunky. You go back to the Heatles of LeBron and Wade, and that was clunky for a while. And those were two of the 5 best players in the NBA. Paolo and Franz are not that. Not even sniffing it. But they are extremely young. They can complement each other. They just have to learn how to do so. Maybe it comes, maybe it never does. And they'll have to choose between one of the two. But as for now, they're just going to rock out with what they have. Franz Wagner is the one. He's the number one guy on the team right now while Paolo's out. With that being said, the scoring is up, the rebounding is up, the assists are up, the turnovers are down, the shooting is stabled. It's actually up. The three-point shooting was down. He started the year very good shooting from the perimeter. Then it started to dip down again to where it's probably expected to be, as he's struggling to shoot from three. Now it's slowly creeping back up as he's very comfortable with the ball in his hands. It's going to be interesting what happens when Paolo Banchero comes back. But as of now, Franz Wagner is a menace out there on the court. Lano Motors, what's up, Lano? Just as that, of course. Daniel Berry Sports, what's popping, everybody? We get over to my guy. I'm not going to do the Jalen Suggs rant again. I'm not going to do it. Just that's a groin for Paolo. I believe it was his hamstring, wasn't it? Or is it his calf? Something. I think it was a leg injury, a muscle injury. Maybe it was a groin. Maybe it's also a muscle. I thought it was like a hamstring or something, but I'm not entirely sure. All I know is that he is going to remain out here tonight. Jalen Suggs, my boy, my guy, brother, I'm rooting for you. Drop the top, cut it off. I'm not going to do the rant. Not going to do the full rant. I'm just going to leave it at that. Drop the top, my man. It's over. It's gone. This picture will never change until you drop the top. I'm gonna try to get it out there. I'm gonna spread the word. Spread the word like it's gospel. You gotta let it go. It's gone. It let you go. Now you have to let it go. That's it. Right? Smoothie J, what's up, Smoothie? Jalen Suggs, though, back to basketball. George Jones, what's up, George Jones? Back to basketball. Jalen Suggs, phenomenal basketball player. Is he a hack? Sure. Is he wildly annoying to watch as an opponent? Definitely. But when you're rooting for him, Jalen Suggs is incredibly fun to watch. I mean, this guy is a menace defensively out there on the court, and the offense is starting to come around. Boy, oh boy, is it important. Who would have guessed that it is important to have your 3-and-D point guard out there on the court ready to go? Started the year on a minutes restriction coming back from the injury that he suffered last year, but now that the minutes restriction is starting to lift, starting to play a lot more, starting to play significantly better, shots starting to go down, field goal percentage starting to go up as well. Three-point percentage is hovering around 40. Free throw percentage is up there. The steals, the defense is still there. The annoyance is still there. The assist at about 5 points, 13.5. All of this on the rise as he's getting better. George Jones said annoying good. Yeah, he's annoyingly good. Right? When you're the opponent and he's taking on your team and he's just flying around and flopping and flailing and diving and getting steals and putting pressure in the backcourt and just annoying the hell out of you, you hate him. But then, like tonight, I don't have a stake in it. So watching Jalen Suggs versus Tyrese Maxey, and we'll get to Tyrese Maxey, is going to be such an enjoyable basketball game here tonight, especially when you put extra stakes on it being an NBA Cup game. Can't wait for it. I really can't wait for it. I was very excited for this game tonight. Jalen Suggs has been fantastic. He's been fantastic. Shots coming around. The combination of he, Bane, and Wagner right now is just like perfect symmetry between those three guys. They fit, the synergy between them is right now like off the charts. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see what happens when Paolo comes back. Can they fold him in and continue to ride the wave the way they're playing now? Or will it kind of be a little bit of a reset and they'll have to relearn again? But as of right now, just that said, Suggs remind you of Gary Payton? That's not a bad comparison at all. Yeah, that's not a bad comparison at all. A little Gary Payton-ish for sure. Obviously, there's multitude of differences between them, but in terms of a comparison, it's not bad. That's not a bad comparison at all. A little bit of a modern-day Gary Payton for sure. We go over to Desmond Bane, Mr. 4 first-round picks, however many amount of picks he was traded for. It was a lot of picks. A lot of comparisons made between Desmond Bane and Mikal Bridges. I'll tell you one of the biggest difference. Desmond Bane he's not going to shy away with his offense. He's going to the basket. He's knocking down shots. The three-point shooting is starting to come around, and boy, oh boy, was it a mess to start the year, but it's starting to come around. We knew, at least anybody who has paid attention to the Memphis Grizzlies and Desmond Bane the last couple of years, no, this guy he's not just going to forget how to shoot. At 27 years old, he's entering his prime. He's been playing fantastic. 17 points per game without the three-point shooting. Now that the three-point shooting is going to start to come around, expect it to start creeping closer to that 20-point per game mark. But it's not just the scoring. 4.6 rebounds, 4.5 assists, doing a little bit of everything. The defense is fine. He's not necessarily a defensive stopper, but he's not much of a liability defensively. He's tough. He's strong. Plays hard. Smart basketball player. So, just that said, Van Vliet was in his prime too. Van Vliet. What about Van Vliet? Right, Desmond Bane really starting to come around. Wendell Carter Jr. is interesting because for Carter Jr., he is the forgotten fifth starter on this Magic team because we know Paolo, we know Franz, we know Suggs, we know Bane. These guys have made names for themselves and they're incredibly important basketball players, right? Incredibly important. But you get to the starting center spot and it's like, oh wait, who's the starting center on this team again? It's Wendell Carter Jr., right? Previously drafted by the Chicago Bulls, traded in the Vucevic deal. Now the starting center on the Orlando Magic, and he's just solid. Good interior defender, decent perimeter defender when he gets switched out onto guards. Can guard the pick and roll a little bit. Decent rebounder, 7.6 a game. Pretty good as a three-level scorer, especially considering that three-point shot has really come around. He's knocking it down with high efficiency. Not a ton of volume, but when he does take them, he's knocking them down. 12.4 points per game, 7.6 rebounds, 2.1 assists. He's doing what he needs to do. He's just out there doing his job, being serviceable as a big in all aspects in terms of being an outlet, a short roll guy, a pick and pop guy, rolling all the way to the rim, a rebounding guy, all of the things. All of the things. Can he struggle with foul issues? Sometimes. Right? Can he get lost in the sauce a little bit and feels like you don't even notice him out there? He can. But he's been serviceable in the way that you need a fifth starter who is surrounded by a ton of talent to be serviceable. He's been serviceable. He's been very good. He's been solid. It's all they need him to be. And this is really the biggest thing that they've needed him to be. Right? The three-point shooting needed to come around for Wendell Carter Jr. in order for him to be a viable starting center in the NBA. If he's just going to be okay at all of these things, right, then you need to be at least okay at three-point shooting. And he's been more than okay. He's been absolutely knocked down from the perimeter so far to start the year. And it's been a welcome sight for the Orlando Magic because they need people to step out and make some threes outside of Desmond Bane. We go over to Anthony Black, and Anthony Black is learning a lot under Jalen Suggs because, boy, oh boy, is Anthony Black really starting to becoming an annoyance on the defensive side of the ball in a good way, in a great way even. He flies all over the place. He's a big kind of a wing guard combination coming off the bench for them. He's kind of becoming their sixth man, their go-to guy at 21 years old. This is, I believe, his third season in the league. 12 points per game, 3.1 rebounds, 2.5 assists, doing a little bit of everything. The thing that needs to come around is the three-point shooting. It's trending on the way up. It looks solid. Pretty long load-up time, but at the same time, he's more of a slasher. So as long as he can get to like 35, 36% from three-point range and become somewhat average, somewhat respectable from three, it's going to open up other portions of his game. And already at 12 points per game off the bench is really solid for Anthony Black and for the Orlando Magic, having a guy like him coming off the bench really starting to develop himself. We get over to Mo Wagner, who's out with injury, which, if you look at it, could be really scary for the rest of the league once they get probably their true sixth man back. Mo Wagner was having a career year last year. These are his stats from last year. Has not played yet this season. Didn't he tear his ACL last year? Not entirely sure, but he's still out with the injury. He'll come back at some point, obviously, this year. And adding this level of player off the bench, and of course, he's going to have to re-ingratiate himself into the NBA, into basketball shape, into the team, and all the things, but supremely talented. Can spread out and knock down the three. Can attack off the bounce. Can finish in the paint. Is a great pick-and-roll player. Playing alongside his brother, the chemistry is there with him. 13 points per game off the bench last year with 5 boards. Really solid backup big for the Orlando Magic. And just tough as nails. Tough as nails, dude, to bring off the bench. Really valuable, really physical. Kind of fits in line with the way that the Orlando Magic like to play. Smoothie said, quick question, are you doing a live reaction to the game? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Smoothie, we will be live for the next 2.5 hours, 3 hours, however long the game is going to take us to get through it. We will be live for the whole game. For the whole game. We go over to Tristan De Silva. And Tristan De Silva in his second season here for the Orlando Magic has been superb. He's been fantastic. Fantastic for them. I think he's been even better than what they could have expected. The guy's knocking down his three-point shot at over 40%. Solid from the perimeter at about 48%. He's knocking down his free throws at about 80. 12 points per game coming off the bench. So between him and Anthony Black, they actually have a bench. Daniel Tilson, what's up, Daniel? They actually have a bench this year that they could throw into games and rely upon them. I believe De Silva will be in the starting lineup for the injured Paolo Banchero, but, and he did have a miserable game against the New York Knicks, but he's still a threat out there. You have to guard him. You have to rotate over to him. It's only his second year in the league, and he definitely fits. He's definitely a good role player in the NBA. But between him, Anthony Black, and then the returning Mo Wagner eventually this season, bench looking solid. Those are 8 really solid players that they can bring off the bench. And oh, by the way, they also have Goga Bitadze, who may or may not be out of the rotation when Mo Wagner comes back. We'll see, but Goga Bitadze is also pretty solid to bring off the bench as well. Now we're going to get the Philadelphia 76ers. And boy, oh boy, do I have some things to say about the Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid, first of all, has only played a couple of games so far this year. He's in, he's out, he's in, he's out. The Joel Embiid experience. Do I have much to say about Embiid so far this year? Not really. Does not look healthy. They're going to do this dance with him all year long just to try and get him healthy for the playoff run. Because they'll likely make the playoffs this year. Last year was a lost cause. They weren't going to make the playoffs. Hold them out. Made sense. Man, is it just... This guy won the MVP, 3 seasons ago now? 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago? And he is on his way... He is on his way to maybe never playing 45 games in a season again, 50 games in a season. Like that, like saying that out loud seems like a stretch for this version of Joel Embiid. And it's unfortunate, but at the same time, maybe you reap what you sow with the way that he had been playing before he went out with the injury. So I'll leave it at that. As talented as Embiid is, his career will unfortunately be defined by two negative aspects: his reliance on flopping and his injuries. Right? That may be the legacy he leaves behind. We go over to Tyrese Maxey, and this is the guy I really wanted to talk about. This guy's having an incredible year this year. 33.4 points per game. What? Right? Now, look, I was high on Maxey coming out of Kentucky. I'm sure a lot of you guys were high on Maxey coming out of Kentucky. Never bet against the Kentucky guards. Him and Quickly in the backcourt seemed crazy considering they were college teammates at this point. They never got to play in the tournament because they were involved in their last season in college ended with the pandemic. And so Tyrese Maxey never got to shine during the showcase. Part of that allowed him to slip all the way down to the 21st pick. And if you know the lore about why Philadelphia kept that pick, it should have gone to Oklahoma City, but Mike Muscala hit a couple threes in a garbage time game that allowed them to win and pushed the pick from 20th to 21st, which gave it back to Philadelphia. That's the quick lore behind it. If you want to look it up. Tyrese Maxey ends up on Philadelphia because of it and has legitimately become one step away from being a superstar in the NBA. Because it's not just the 33.4 points per game. It's the 8 assists per game. It's the under 3 turnovers per game for somebody who has the ball in his hands as much as he does. It's 47% from the field. It's 42% from three-point range. It's 88% from the foul line. This guy has an all-around offensive game. 3-point shots, he got it. 30-footers, he's got it. Full speed to the basket, can finish either hand. Right? Slowing down, knocking down a floater at the mid-range, he's got it. Attacking off the bounce, run me off the three-point line, get to the mid-range, step back, fall away, mid-range shot, he's got it. This guy's next up. He is 25 years old, a couple of years away from his prime, and he's already hitting these benchmarks right now. It's insane what Tyrese Maxey has created for himself here in Philadelphia. He's reaching heights I, who was very high on him, did not expect him to hit. With that being said, I have long mentioned this. As a matter of fact, I said in the context down here, so let me read the context first. Maxey is making the leap this year. He made multiple leaps in years past to become a legit star in the league, but he's making the leap this year to be like one step away from superstar. He's going to be in conversation with the MVP. Like, obviously on the outside, he's not really competing with like the Jokic's and the SGAs and the Lukas of the world and the Giannis's of the world. He's not at that level, but he's on that fringe outside tier where it's like he's going to be on the ballot. He'll be 5th or 4th or whatever, right, on that ballot because he's been that damn impressive this year, right? And if they put reliable role players around them, the way that they've been doing so through the draft between Jared McCain and obviously VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey, man. Tyrese Maxey. Maxey's making the lead this year. Straight up just one of the best guards in the NBA now. Not just one of the best young guards, not just one of the best guards in the East. Literally the entirety of the NBA, he is up there. Efficient scoring and efficient playmaking. If you want to know my deeper thoughts about Tyrese Maxey in this Philadelphia 76ers situation, go check out my old video that we made last year talking about the end of the Embiid era, transitioning to the Tyrese Maxey era. But speaking of the end of the Joel Embiid era, one of the last remnants is going to end up being Paul George. Obviously Embiid, but it's going to end up being Paul George because Paul George was brought in to help Joel Embiid win that championship or take the next step and at least make a conference finals. Paul George was not that guy last year. Continues to be unhealthy. He's only played, I believe, 2 games so far. He will not play tonight, I believe. He's also going to be out. In the 2 games, 15 points per game, 6 points, 3 assists. That's fine. 45% from three-point range. He had a really good start shooting the 3. Not so much from anywhere else on the court. 43% from the field, 63% from the foul line. He's just not the same level of player that he previously was, nor do I think they should rely on him to do so. Not with the luck that they've had in the draft lottery, moving up to number 3 to get Edgecombe, who we will talk about, even though he won't be playing tonight. Snagging a steal in the draft in Jared McCain, and then obviously the transformation that Maxey is undergoing right now. The contract for Paul George is excruciatingly bad because they paid him like a max player, and it's very clear he's no longer a max player. But PG is obviously on the back end of his career. coming off his worst season in a decade. PJ will likely try to reinvent himself in the second season with the 76ers. That's where that takes me. Reinventing Paul George. At 35 years old, he was the prototypical wing that a lot of people tried to fool themselves. Oh, if we take this really raw wing, I mean, he's out of Fresno State. If we take this really raw wing out of this college who showed some things in college but wasn't the full, that's where you get the Jonathan Isaacs. That's where you get the Trey Murphys. That's where you get the Derek Williams. It's where you get a lot of guys. It was searching for the next Paul George. None of those guys have been the next Paul George. There's only been one Paul George since then, right? He was that good. His development path was not linear, nor is it something that you should rely upon taking the next 6'8" guy out of college who showed some things but didn't necessarily explode and wasn't the best guy on his team, right? Paul George has a crazy development story, obviously learning under Dana Granger and then evolving in Indiana before moving around to a couple of different teams, landing here at 35 years old with the Philadelphia 76ers. It was supposed to be the big three between he, Embiid, and Maxey, and now Maxey's just kind of sitting there looking at these two dudes in street clothes on a night-to-night basis, sitting on the bench thinking, hey, man, if we had some money opened up between me and Edgecombe and McCain and some of these dudes we have out there, only we could have gotten some more dudes, man. Only we could have got some more dudes. Now, obviously, he's not thinking of that because Maxey's a very team-friendly guy, but Paul George is going to have to reinvent himself. He's no longer a star, nor should he carry himself like a star on this team. He's there to help uplift the young players, there to uplift Maxey, he's there to fill in the gaps. He's there to be a better version of what Kelly Oubre has been so far, and Kelly Oubre has been a pretty damn good player for the Philadelphia 76ers this year. Like I said, he just came back from injury. It's only been 2 games, so we'll see how he plays himself throughout the year this season. Jared McCain is also fresh off of injury. I believe he's healthy. He's going to be playing tonight. He's not on the injury report, so I do believe he's going to be playing tonight. Has not been great. Has not been great for Jared McCain. He's had, I believe, 1 or 2 good games since coming back. Has not been very good for him. 20% from the field, 23% for three-point range, only averaging about 2 points per game. Obviously, he's on a little bit of a minutes restriction. They're bringing him back slowly, but now with Edgecombe out, expect Jared McCain to get a lot more minutes here. I believe he played 20 minutes per game the last couple here. So the minutes are on the rise. He should be getting back. This guy was in the running for Rookie of the Year before he went out with the injury. As a matter of fact, he was going to win Rookie of the Year in a very pretty piss-poor draft going back to last year. But Jared McCain back fully healthy this year, working his way back. We should see him start to round back into form, right? Obviously lost a lot of development time, but it's Jared McCain. I expect him to get back to what he was doing eventually. Maybe it starts tonight. I mean, it started before. He's had some good games. But we get over to BJ Edgecombe, the star rookie for the Philadelphia 76ers, who had a historic start to his rookie year. Literally historic. One of the best starts to a rookie season we've ever seen. 35-point per game debut game, right? 15.6 points per game. Fantastic for a rookie. 6 rebounds, 4.2 assists. Literally, this is like 3rd, 4th year in the league type of averages right now. 40% from the field is not very good, and 36% from three-point range is actually really solid for Edgecombe coming out of Baylor. There was a lot of thought that the three-point shooting, the perimeter shooting isn't really going to be there because he didn't really show it in college. But in the NBA, getting to play off of Maxey and a lot of NBA players, he's getting some more open looks. Obviously, the league is going to test that three-point shooting ability, especially considering how athletic he is getting downhill. So they'd rather rely on him shooting a three than getting downhill and attacking the basket. He's doing a great job of doing it all. He's defending it well. This guy was NBA ready out the gate, a lot more than even the people who were really high in VJ Edgecombe would have thought. Edgecombe has been NBA ready right out the gate and looks to have real star potential. Not just like, oh, he's a really good solid role player so far. No, he looks like he's got real star potential and kind of looks like a perfect complement to Tyrese Maxey in the backcourt. We'll see how they continue to develop their chemistries, their careers coincide here in Philadelphia. The combination of he and Maxey will set up the Sixers set the Sixers up beautifully for the post-Embiid era, which I believe they are already on trajectory for the post-Embiid era. But that brings us over to Kelly Oubre, and Kelly Oubre will not be playing today, so we don't have to cover him too much, but he is having a fantastic start to his year. I didn't even put his age. God damn it. I believe he's 31 years old now, or 30 years old. Still pretty young, still is in the prime of his career, but he is playing well defensively. He is attacking the basket extremely well. He's playing off of the guys very well. The three-point shooting is in there. We know he can be a very inconsistent three-point shooter. Oubre is a wild card for the Sixers. His versatility helps them both offensively and defensively, but his inconsistencies can also hurt them, which is why you want Paul George to come back and at least have Paul George be somewhat consistent in a more limited role than he's normally been in. But then you could have Kelly Oubre come in for him, and then you kind of have the big 6'8" versatile wing coming in and out of the bench for a 48-minute stretch there, right? Especially when you have a smaller backcourt rotation between Maxey, Edgecombe, and McCain. You can surround them with big wings like Oubre and Paul George. That brings us to Justin Edwards, another really solid wing off the bench for the Philadelphia 76ers. 6.3 points per game. He's not going to get a ton of minutes. He's only 21 years old. He's out of Kentucky. Justin Edwards shooting 36% from three-point range. That's what he's out there to do. Defend, shoot threes when you're open. Doesn't get a ton of minutes, but boy, oh boy, is it important to have big 6'7" wings coming off the bench just to match up with teams size-wise, because the NBA is getting taller and bigger and stronger and more physical. You need big wings just to be out there who are capable NBA players to just be able to match up against teams, right? So Justin Edwards has become really, really important, took full advantage of the injuries last year and really separated himself as a legit role player, and that's how he worked his way into the rotation, just took advantage of all the injuries. Mo Diawara, Pacom Dadie, can somebody please take advantage of the injuries that the Knicks are suffering with right now and make yourselves, ingratiate yourselves into the coaching staff and become a part of the rotation? Please, eventually, one of you guys. Anyway, shout out to Justin Edwards for doing exactly that. Took advantage of the opportunity, and now he's a legitimate part of the rotation. And seems like he's going to be a part of NBA rotations for a long time to come, because 6'7" wings who can do the things that he can do at 21 years old don't come around all that often. Not as often, as I think people think they do, right? Can knock down a three pretty consistently, is not bad at attacking closeouts, and is a solid defender. All the things you really want for your 8th, 9th, even 10th guy in a rotation. And that brings us to Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond has been invaluable to the Philadelphia 76ers when I don't think when fully healthy, if they ever get fully healthy, Andre Drummond's even going to be a part of the rotation, because they'll probably start Embiid, obviously, but then probably bring Adem Bona off the bench. Adem Bona was also playing really well so far to start the year for the Philadelphia 76ers, but maybe Andre Drummond, as the veteran that he is a little bit more valuable than him because he's smarter, he's a better rebounder, all the things, bigger, stronger, matches up well against more physical teams. But we know what Andre Drummond can do. He's 32 years old. He's been around for forever. The new development with Andre Drummond is that he's actually knocking down his three-point shot at a high clip so far this year. What is that right here? I don't know who told Andre Drummond that he is allowed to shoot threes, but it's working right now for the Philadelphia 76ers. He's spreading it out to the corners. He's launching those threes, no hesitation, as if he's been doing it his whole career, as if he's always been a stretch big. But it's worked out for him and the 76ers. He's been fantastic for them. Everything they've kind of needed with both of their bigs going down with an injury. Smoothie said, can you show the stats if possible? I got you, Smoothie. I got you, brother. This is your first time around. I feel like you've been around before. I thought I've seen your name before. I got you, big dog. Once the game tips off, we're going to have the game cast up. We're going to have the stats up. We're going to have who's on the court up. We got you. I got you, brother. I got you. But we have one more guy to cover here in the pregame, because we got about 5 minutes before we get to tip off. But we got one more guy to cover. And he was a late addition to the player graphics because he was a late addition to the roster, waited a while to sign that qualifying offer for the Philadelphia 76ers. He's betting on himself. He's got the one-year deal. He will be a free agent at the end of the season. And that is one, Mr. Once a Knick, always a Knick, Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes, 6'4", out of Houston. Now, we know what he's capable of here on the Chevy channel because he was a Knick, a former Knick draft pick. I did get the opportunity. I believe his rookie year was the same year I started doing this, so I got to witness the rise of Quentin Grimes onto the rotation, onto everything, right? 17 points per game. He's coming off the bench for the 76ers here. 17 points per game for Quentin Grimes, almost 4 rebounds, about 4 assists, a steal, half a block, 2.7 turnovers. A little high for a guy coming off the bench, but he does have the ball in his hands a lot as well. 40% from three-point range is what you'll want to see. 47% from the field is nice. 83% from the foul line is perfectly acceptable. Quentin Grimes is continuing his explosive end to last year into this year. He really separated himself last year and very much has shown the league, no, I might be a star in the making. Right now, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Coming off the bench this year. Susan, what's up, Susan? Coming off the bench this year for the 76ers behind Edgecombe, who is the future of the 76ers. I'm sure that they're looking at Quentin Grimes thinking, we'd love to bring you back, big dog, but that big payday may not be waiting for you. We'll see what Quentin Grimes ends up. It may be back with Philadelphia. They really took a chance with him after trading for him from the Dallas Mavericks, and they put him in a position to really make a lot of money last year when he really started to play extremely well down the stretch. The percentages are there. The scoring is there. The playmaking is there. Coming off of the bench, he'll be running it for Sixth Man of the Year. Obviously, with Philly dealing with some injuries, we'll see if he continues to come off the bench. But for the majority of the year, I believe he will be coming off the bench. As long as Philly doesn't implode as a team, and if they are about between 40 and 44-ish wins, Quentin Grimes should be in the running and should be a favorite to win Sixth Man of the Year. That's how good he is coming off the bench for them. He is a starter coming off the bench for the Philadelphia 76ers, which is obviously very big luxury. Will Negron, what's up, Will? Smoothie said, appreciate you. I'm actually new here, tuned in for the Knicks game prior to the one yesterday. Appreciate you, Smoothies, appreciate you. I recognized your name. I did see you pop in here for a little bit, but yes, we will have all of the things on screen at all times. The scoreboard will be up, the timer will be up, the stats and who's on the court will be up once the game starts. We're probably about 3 minutes away from tip-off. It's usually about 10 minutes after the scheduled time, but that is going to wrap up our little pregame preamble here, right? A little rundown here for the pregame. Will Negron, oh my goodness, with the membership. Appreciate you, Will. Appreciate you. Very generous, you, Will, man. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Will. Very generous of you. Welcome to the show, man. Thank you, Will. Whew. I should do that, but we will be off and running. Got everything set up. We are ready to go. Now we just got to wait for tip-off time. Chris Baskerville, what's up, Chris? Happy to see you, my man. Happy to see you. Foong Pei, what's up, Foong Pei? Is your tie Captain America throwing his shield around? It is not. It is not. It's just a little abstract. A little abstract tie tonight, right? Got a little simplified shirt. So you always got to do it bigger with the tie. Got to throw on the crazy tie on. Susan said, we are not calling the junior chefs. It's the Chefy crew. Appreciate you, Susan. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Chefy crew. Will Negron, I appreciate you, all the great stuff you put out. Appreciate you, man. Will, appreciate you, man. I'm just having a good time watching basketball. That's all I'm doing. I just hit the live button. That's all I did. So here we go. The most interesting matchup going on tonight will be between Tyrese Maxey and Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs, an incredible defender, and a very annoying defender. We'll see how Tyrese Maxey handles it. I assume he's going to handle it extremely well because the good offense always is going to beat better defense in the NBA. Especially considering with the way the rules are right now, offense is always going to have the advantage in terms of the whistle, right? So it's going to be interesting to see the kind of impact that Jalen Suggs will have tonight. All he has to do is slow down Tyrese Maxey, and he'll be able to slow down the 76ers offense heavily. Because without Paul George, without Embiid, and now without Edgecombe, very limited in terms of their offensive options for the 76ers. Same starting lineup for the Orlando Magic as usual with Paolo Banchero out. You're going to get Tristan DeSilva in the starting lineup. Student said, you're rocking with the 76ers. I am as well, only because Crybaby Embiid is not playing. Tyrese Maxey, it's unfortunate he plays for the 76ers as a Knicks fan because obviously I don't like the 76ers as a Knicks fan. But Tyrese Maxey is just one of my favorite players in the league. It's unfortunate that it has to be for the 76ers, but it just is one of my favorite players in the league. Incredibly fun to watch, incredibly energetic. Just watching him, he has a joy for basketball, and I just love watching players like that. Like, this is truly a guy who loves basketball, and so many times in the league you'll watch guys who are just really good at basketball but don't have that love for it. And Tyrese Maxey is just the guy who has that love for it, man, and he's great. He's great to watch. Unfortunately, it's for the 76ers. Same with Edgecombe. I really like Edgecombe, and unfortunately, it's for the 76ers. The 76ers are suddenly becoming how I feel about the Pistons. Like, the Pistons stand in the way of the Knicks, my favorite team. But unfortunately, I really like a lot of the young players on the Pistons. I like Jaden Ivey coming out of the draft. I loved Cade Cunningham coming out of the draft. I was super high on Cade Cunningham, always was. Never sold my stock on him. Always knew he had superstar potential and happy he's realizing it. Unfortunately, they now stand in the way of my New York Knicks. Even Jalen Duren, I loved coming out of the draft. Really thought the Knicks should have kept that Jalen Duren pick. When they drafted it, I was very excited. Very excited, I'm not going to lie. Kenny McLeod, what's up, Kenny? Great rendition of the national anthem. I got it on mute right now. Should probably put it back up. So I did not get to hear it. There we go. Getting ready for the game. Starters were announced. Oh, not yet. Now the starters are going to be announced for the 76ers. Chris Baskerville said, just need 10 from Grimes. I think Grimes can give you 10. I think he's going to give you 10 tonight for sure. He's averaging 17. I think 10 should be a layup. 10 should be a layup. Justin Edwards, Dominic Barlow getting the start here. Andre Drummond, Quinn Grimes, and Tyrese Maxey. Boy, oh boy, the Sixers dealing with a ton of injuries. Grimes is in the starting lineup, obviously, for the injured Edgecombe. We knew this. Tyrese Maxey getting the start here tonight. Obviously is the best player on the team. Now, Drummond has been starting with Adembona and Embiid out, but Barlow and Edwards are going to be in the starting lineup. Wofford has also been playing extremely well for the 76ers. That's been a nice revelation for them. Maybe the Knicks signed the wrong forward. Maybe they should have got Wofford instead of Yabusele. But you know. Student said, where's Obi Toppin? Haven't heard his name lately. Well, he's on the terrible Indiana Pacers right now. So you're not going to hear his name very much. I believe he's also been missing games with some injuries. I can't believe nobody is telling Jalen Suggs to just cut the hair off, man. It's almost completely gone. It's actually, right now, it's actually worse right now than it was in the picture that I showed. David Oz Jr., what's up, David? Appreciate y'all very much. We are a couple minutes away from the tip-off here. Now 8:12 here on the East Coast. 8:12. Kenny said early for me, 1:12 a.m. Woo, sheesh, Kenny, sheesh. Where are you? Where are you in the world, Kenny? That is a late start time. 8 o'clock here was the start time on the East Coast. East Coast of America. In the New York, New Jersey area. Even this is late for me, though. Even this is late. It's going to take us to, like, midnight. David House Jr. said Cub game next 2 games. Yeah, all Cub games tonight, I believe, right? That Wizards. By the way, we gotta open up. So we're gonna get the tip off here in a second, but real quick, we gotta look at the score. Atlanta, Washington. Washington was smoking them to start the game at halftime at 77-55. Defense is optional tonight for the Hawks. Optional defensively tonight for the Hawks. Here we go for the tip off. Philly wins the tip. And now we are off and running. Set this up real quick. Suggs knocks it out of bounds to start. Already being annoying, already being a pest. What they need him to be. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. Turnover early. Silva picks up the steal. Bane down the lane. Reverse layup. Got it to go. That's one way to start. That's one way to start for the Magic. What are we doing here, ESPN? There we go. There we go. There we go. Grimes has it up top. Being guarded by, who is this? He's swinging over to Maxey, coming to his left, driving it down in the lane. Floater. Too strong, can't get it to go. Franz Wagner with the rebound. He's going to bring it down the other way. Wagner up top. Leaves it off for Wendell Carter Jr. Coming to his right. Hands it off to De Silva. Jab step. Coming to his left. Dancing around the Carter Jr. screen. Coming to his right. He put up the floater along the baseline, and he got it to go down over Drummond. It's a good start for the Orlando Magic. 4-0. Clutch Theory. What's up, Clutch Theory? Go 76ers. They're off. They're off. Maxey versus Suggs is going to be the most important matchup tonight, obviously with Philly dealing with a bunch of injuries. Doesn't have a ton of help out there tonight. Crossing over for Justin Edwards along the baseline, and he steps on the baseline. Can't, as he did knock down the reverse layup, but it's obviously not going to count. Ball going back to Orlando. David said, we got Hornets and Bucks, 2 Cup games in a row. Really? 2 Cup games in a row? Franz Wagner down the lane. He can't get the layup to go. Good defense from Philly. Here comes Maxey off the outlet. Has it up top, being picked up by Suggs. Maxey with the speed advantage coming to his left. Gets it over to Grimes. Grimes pass fake, cross court. Edwards catches, fires, right wing three. And that's one way to get it started for the 76ers. The first shot of the game gets it to go down for Justin Edwards. Franz Wagner coming to his right at the Suggs screen. Back up top to Suggs. Pump fakes from three, driving past Barlow, kicks it out in the corner. De Silva, he can knock that down. He's shooting it very well to start the year. Can't get that one to go, though. Barlow with the rebound. Quick outlet to Grimes. Grimes pushing it the other way. Up top, behind the back, crossing over down the lane. Gets stripped, and then out of bounds off of Quentin Grimes. But nice dribble move to get into the paint to begin with. 10 minutes to go here. Orlando will bring it down. It's 4-3. Suggs bringing it down against Maxey. Maxey meets him at half court. They get it over to Bane. Bane out by the half-court line, coming to his left off a high screen, over to Suggs, catches, pump fakes, driving it down in the lane. He puts up his floater, comes up short. Barlow with the rebound. Quick outlet to Maxey. Maxey bringing it down. Going to slow it down. Suggs and Orlando do a good job setting up their defense. Maxey coming to his left, bends off the defender, steps back for a three. He's open in rhythm, comes up short, though. Suggs with the rebound, and he's going to bring it down. Quick hit ahead to Bane. Bane one-on-one against Grimes. Bane dancing with it. Now gets it over to Suggs. Suggs up top, coming to his right, off the Carter Jr. screen. He's got space down the lane. Scoop with the right hand, gets it to go past Andre Drummond. Here comes Maxey, crosses over to his right, quickly trying to push it the other way. Leans in, draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Foul on De Silva, who got caught on Maxey's hip, ends up fouling him, going for the floater. Clutch Theory said Magic are playing good, though. They are. They are. And Philly dealing with a bunch of injuries right now is not going to make it any easier. It's going to be a lot of Tyrese Maxey and Quentin Grimes tonight. They're going to need to really come through for them. It is a tournament game as Maxey misses a free throw. Maxey with a missed floater, missed three, now a missed free throw. Got to get the easy ones, Tyrese Maxey. Not going to get a ton of opportunities tonight for easy baskets. Maxey knocks down the second free throw at least. 6-4. A little over 9 minutes to go. And the Magic will bring it down. Suggs has it up top, being guarded by Grimes. They get it over to De Silva. Down low to Wagner at the foul line. He puts up the floater. He gets it to go. As the 76ers just lost track of the best player for the Orlando Magic there. It was wide open at the foul line. Edwards has it up top, hands it off to Grimes. Grimes off the handoff, just fires away from three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Wagner with the rebound. Here comes Bane, pushing it the other way, putting his head down, attacking. Scoop with the left hand, high off glass, can't get it to go. Drummond with the rebound. Quick outlet to Maxey. We're pushing the other way. Hit ahead to Barlow. Barlow down the lane, Euro steps. Flips it up with the left hand, can't get it to go. A lot of contact, no foul call. He hits the floor. It's a 5-on-4. Home run pass over to De Silva, right corner. He's going to pump fake. Now drive to his left. Euro steps down the lane, kicks it in the corner. Jalen Suggs wide open. Maxey hustles out there, forces the miss. Drummond with the rebound. Quick outlet to Maxey. He's off and running. The pace is being pushed. Maxey down the lane. Euro steps to the basket. Scoop layup with the right hand. Can't get it to go, but a foul is called, I believe, on Desmond Bane. It's going to send Tyrese Maxey to the foul line for 2 with 8:20 to go here in the first quarter. A pretty fast-paced game when you watch Philadelphia 76ers. Remember, haven't watched the Philadelphia 76ers since the preseason when they played the Knicks. And Tyrese Maxey's gone off to the start that he has gone off to, so I'm very excited for tonight's matchup against the Magic. David Osh Jr. said, we win the tiebreaker with Heat and Bucks, but we need these 2 wins. Are they both Cup games? I didn't realize they were both going to be Cup games. Obviously, they play the Hornets tomorrow, and then I believe the Bucks on Friday. I knew the Bucks was a Cup game. I didn't realize the Hornets was going to be a Cup game. Maxey knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Susan reminding people of the like button. Thank you, Susan. If you're in the stream right now and enjoying the show, please go ahead and hit that like button. Would very much appreciate it. Trendon Watford, who's having a really good season so far for the 76ers, unexpectedly, but I always kind of like Watford, but he's really starting to put some things together. He had a triple-double not too long ago. And Jared McCain have both subbed in for the 76ers here. Suggs has it up top, walks the dog all the way to the half-court line, crosses over to his right, driving it down, blows right past the defense, no-look pass to Desmond Bane, left corner 3, he's open, can't get it to go, fight for the long rebound. Wagner able to pick it up, he's got a lane of the basket, scoop with the left hand. It looks like Andre Drummond maybe got a piece of it. Quick outlet to Maxey, good defense from Drummond there to protect the rim. Maxey has it on the left wing. Coming to his right, behind the back, now coming to his left. Suggs chasing. They get it over to Grimes, attacking the baseline. Kicks it over to Watford. Extra pass McCain. A wide open three for Jared McCain, and he rattles it in. Here comes Jared McCain so far to start the year. We went over his stats. Stats were not necessarily there, but we know what he's capable of. He's going to start rounding the form soon. Wagner gets it over to Bain. Bain extra pass to De Silva. They pump fake. Watford goes for it, but De Silva has nowhere to go. They get it back to Bain. Great offense there to get Bain an open look, and he still can't knock it down. Here comes Quentin Grimes pushing it the other way. Grimes has it up top, being guarded by Wagner. Coming to his right off the Drummond screen all the way to the basket. Scoop lay with the right hand. Can't get it to go. A lot of contact. No foul call, though. It's going to remain with Philly as Orlando can't grab the rebound. Nazalan, what's up, Nazalan? Sixers have 2 max players on the bench. Shake my head. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Grimes gets it over to Maxey, curling to his right, crossing over to his left, trying to split the defense, but knocked out of his hands. It's going to remain with Philly, and Maxey is flabbergasted that there was no foul calls. They're slapping down on his hands. Maxey, you rarely see this animated yelling at the officials. Just doesn't understand. Just does not understand how there was no foul call there. And like I said, you rarely see Maxey this animated, this upset. And they give him the tech for it. They do give him the tech. And Maxey goes over to talk to Jamal Mosley, the Orlando head coach. Bain knocks down the technical free throw. We're tied up at 9 here. Not a very, they're allowing a lot of physicality, a lot of contact so far. But sometimes when there's a foul, man. Maxey gets it all the way out to Wofford, who just mishandles the ball. And it goes out of bounds. Ball going back to Orlando. After all of that, Orlando gets the ball back. 7:15 to go here in the first. Suggs has it up top. Looks like Philly's in his zone. Suggs will pull up for 3. He can't get it to go off the back rim. Battle for the rebound. And it's knocked out to Wagner. Wagner at the foul line throws up a floater. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound again. And then off of Watford is going to remain with Orlando. Philly struggling on the glass so far. Nazalan said Maxey's playing out of his mind. He is. 33.4 points per game. Insane. David said, I want all business Knicks team tomorrow and don't let off the gas. I hope we get that. Bain, a left wing 3, comes up short again. But Jalen Suggs skies for a tip-in over Andre Drummond. And then he flexes to his bench. Maxey up top dancing with it against De Silva. Goes past him, gets tripped up, and a foul on De Silva. The second foul on De Silva. And Maxey looks a little upset so far tonight. Slapping on his legs. Doesn't look too happy with the level of physicality that the refs seem to be allowing Orlando to play with. He's really bothered tonight by it. He's really bothered by it tonight. We'll see how he handles it the rest of the game, but we're going to get a full timeout here from the 76ers. Maybe just to calm things down. Maybe a good timeout for Nick Nurse just to be like, everybody take a breather. We see how they're going to call it tonight. We see how Orlando's going to play it. But this is one of the reasons why I wanted to watch this matchup, Tyrese Maxey versus this Orlando defense. The Orlando defense started off really slow this year. They're starting to pull it back together. They were known as a defensive team last year. Haven't been that so far this year. But they're starting to figure it out, starting to pull some things together, especially more so because of the rise of Jalen Suggs as he's gotten healthier so far this year. David said, we're having a party episode. We win the cup. Well, let's get to the playoff format of the cup first before we start planning our parties. Isaac Cedillo, what's up, Isaac? Is Paolo playing? Paolo is out again tonight, Isaac. Still out with the injury. Judge's dad said the Magic 0 for 6 from 3, and all pretty good looks. I believe, actually, we can look at it here. Bain, I believe, is 0 for 3. He's 0 for 3, Suggs 0 for 2, and De Silva 0 for 1. Some of these shots are going to start falling down for Orlando, but not yet. I also didn't credit Jalen Suggs with that tip-in layup over Andre Drummond. It's 11-9 here with just under 7 minutes to go. We're almost at the halfway point of this first quarter already. Because that said, how is Suggs able to tip in over Andre? Well, Andre isn't really jumping. He's relying on his size and his positioning to grab rebounds. Always kind of has. Jalen Suggs just sneaks behind him, jumps up as tall as him, just tips it up and in right over Andre Drummond's fingertips. Right, that's what happens when you are very accustomed to being the biggest guy on the court. You tend to rely on your size and your positioning, and it just allows people to sneak up behind you. And if you're athletic enough and you time it correctly, you could reach right over the big man. Reach right over him. Isaac said, what team do you support? I am a Knicks fan, so I cover every single Knicks game, but we do stream every single night. So when the Knicks aren't playing, we try to pick out the best game of the night, or we watch multiple games. Try to get the best NBA experience we can on that night. So tonight, this will be the best game of the night. There's only 3 games on, but the other game was Atlanta-Washington, and that game is a blowout. Not a blowout in the way that I think we all thought. The Wizards up by 20 on the Atlanta Hawks here. You can see a little bit. We'll check it out at halftime to see if Washington will be able to hold on to that one. David said, I think no LaMelo tomorrow. We'll see. Here we go. We're back into it. They get it up top to Maxey. Maxey being guarded by Wagner. Maxey directing traffic. Driving to his right, behind the back, step back. Gets it over to Drummond. Drummond ran off the three-point line. That's how well he's shooting it from 3. He misses the scoop layup as he had to avoid Jalen Suggs, who stepped in for a charge. Anthony Black is in the game now. They swing it around. Wendell Carter Jr., extra pass. Anthony Black, a left corner 3, not known as a three-point shooter, misses that one. Wendell Carter Jr., though, an offensive rebound. He can't get the putback, but that's because he is fouled. And Philly is flabbergasted, palms up into the air, wondering why there was a foul called there. But it's going to send Wendell Carter Jr. to the foul line for 2 free throws. Isaac said, what do you think about the Lakers-Clippers? Is that the late game today? Lakers-Clippers? Oh. That's the late game today. The Lakers should walk them down. If Luka's playing, LeBron is back, Reeves is playing, they should walk the LA Clippers down, who have started off terribly. Wendell Carter Jr. at the foul line, knocks down the first one. There are certain teams, Isaac, that I have blacklisted for now. For now, I blacklisted them. But the Clippers are one of them. I have no interest in watching the Clippers play basketball right now. Maybe if they can pull themselves together a little bit. But as of right now, I have no interest in watching the Clippers. I just don't see any value in it. They're not a good team. They're not playing well. Never was a fan of watching James Harden play. The Lakers have some value because Luka could be fun. LeBron could be fun. Reeves could be fun. The team is good. Wofford drives it down and gets a layup over Wagner. Good drive from him. Nice, strong physical drive. Halfway through this quarter here, Suggs in the lane throws up a floater. He can't get it to go. Drummond with the rebound. Here comes Maxey pushing it the other way. Maxey almost never subs out anyway. He's leading the league in minutes per game at over 40. Watford in the lane again. Flips it over the left hand. Got it to go again, Trendon Watford. Ties it back up at 13 here. Under 6 to go. Suggs has it. Right wing, putting his head down, attacking. Behind the back. Grimes stays in front of him. Cross-court pass. Anthony Black ran off the line by McCain, gets blocked at the rim by Drummond. Drummond continues to be really solid, and then Suggs fouls Quentin Grimes, strips him up there. Andre Drummond, 2 blocks so far tonight, playing very well. Also playing very well off the bench for the 76ers, Trendon Watford. Can we trade Yabusele back to Philadelphia for Trendon Watford? And they're going to show the block here. Andre Drummond, really clean block on Anthony Black, who went up with 2 hands. And Drummond met him at the rim. Clean block for Drummond. Maxey has it up top. Coming to his right. Franz Wagner switched onto him. Crosses over to his right. Blows right past him. Scoop layup high off glass with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Maxey still without a field goal tonight. Anthony Black off the hit ahead. Oh my goodness. Cup that thing back. Big one-handed hammer going all the way to the rim. Right over Jared McCain, who had no chance of defending that one. McCain kicks it out to Edwards. Edwards driving it down. Stops, pump fakes. Mid-range fall-away jumper gets fouled by De Silva. I believe his 3rd foul, Tristan De Silva. Yeah, his 3rd foul is going to send Justin Edwards to the foul line. Just Dad said it's an end buffet here. It is. It is. Trying to cover as much of the league this year as we possibly can. been a lot of work so far, a quarter of the way through the season, but not going to lie, it's been fun. It's been fun. Edwards does knock down both of his free throws, tying it back at 15. Tyrese Jones, who's just subbed in, bringing it down. Goga Bitadze is also just subbed in. Jones has it up top. Philly in the 2-3 zone. They get it over to Wagner down low. Wagner, 1-on-1 against Wofford, driving it down, knocked out of his hands by McCain, but they call the foul on McCain. McCain in disbelief yet again. According to Jared McCain, he's never committed a foul. As most NBA players would say. Suggs on the right wing. Throws a lob up to Goga Bitadze in the zone for Philly, not really working out right now. Orlando getting really quality looks attacking their zone. Wofford has it up top, being guarded by Wagner. Hands it off to McCain. McCain driving it to his left in the lane. Scoop play with the left hand. Can't get it to go, but Barlow right there for the two-handed slam. It's going to get waved off because they're going to call a foul on the McCain drive, sending him to the foul line for 2 free throws here. Just that's at Harden at 55 versus the Hornets. I expect the Knicks to just get whatever they want against that Hornets defense. I expect it. Right? The problem is going to be slowing the Hornets offense down because we know the Knicks aren't playing defense. They're not playing any. They just had Noah Clowney go off on them. So McCain knocks down the first free throw. So it's going to be a tough matchup. It's going to be a barn burner. It's going to be a back and forth affair. They're going to be trading basket for basket because neither team really playing defense right now. McCain knocked down the first free throw. Got one more coming. Misses the second one. Can't be missing free throws in a close game like this. Here comes Orlando bringing it down the other way. Wagner putting his head down, attacking, kicks out to Black. Anthony Black, cross court, gets stolen by Maxey. Maxey bringing it down, Euro steps, puts it up the left hand, gets it to go. Beautiful finish from Maxey, beautiful steal, jumped the passing lane perfectly. Now Magic quickly pushing the other way, trying to answer. Wagner puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Battle on the glass, but Taze can't hold on to it. Good defense, good job from Watford to knock it away from him. Hit ahead to McCain, a right wing three, and he rattles it in. Here comes Jared McCain so far this year in a timeout for Orlando. Jared McCain back to knocking down shots. Big smile on the face of Jared McCain, who has really struggled to shoot the ball since coming back from the injury. But he is 2 for 2 from three-point range so far tonight. 7 points already. Both of these teams executing really well so far. The Magic have Wagner, Suggs, Bitadze, Tyus Jones, and Anthony Black. Really solid rotation for them all the way around. But not knocking anything down. Franz Wagner could not miss against the New York Knicks the other night. And tonight he starts tonight 1 for 5 on a pretty similar shot diet. Suggs 2 for 6. Desmond Bane missing threes all over the place. As for the 76ers, Justin Edwards knocked down a 3. McCain's knocked down 2. Orlando is yet to knock down a 3. That is probably the biggest issue with Orlando's offense right now. Student said IQ is getting his three-point shot off the chain for the Raptors. The Raptors, winners of their last 7 games, I believe. As a matter of fact, we can look at it real quick. We can look at the standings and see where they are standing. 21-point lead for the Wizards halfway through that third quarter, man. Halfway through that third quarter. 21-point lead for the Wizards. We're going to have to look at that box score. We're going to have to check out that box score, for sure. Take a look at the standings. The Toronto Raptors are winners of their last 8, actually. Winners of their last 8. They're 13-5, sitting very pretty at second in the East right now. Look at Toronto go. Look at the once a Knick, always a Knicks go. Right? You got RJ, you got Quickly doing their things over there, man. Happy to see it. Happy to see it. Obviously, you got Detroit flying high at 13-game winning streak. Detroit refuses to lose ever again. Then you got Miami, you got Cleveland, you got New York. Cleveland and New York mired right in the middle of that playoff race. Right in the middle of it right now. You go over to the West, and it's obviously OKC and then everybody else. I was going to say OKC and Denver, but Denver now dealing with some serious injuries between Christian Brown and Aaron Gordon. We're going to be out for an extended period of time, the both of them. So they're going to come back down to earth. They've already started to come back down to earth. Oklahoma City, though, just flying high, doing what OKC does. They're 17-1 so far this year, and no signs of them slowing down. No signs of it. Justin's dad reminded people to hit the like button. If you're enjoying the show so far, please go ahead, hit that thumbs up button, leave a like. It is by far the best and easiest way for you to help support and grow this community. I'd very much appreciate it. Very much. Student said RJ Barrett is waiting for the Knicks. He has issues for the Knicks. If there's one Knick that I would love of the young original young Knicks kids between RJ, Quickly, Toppin, and Grimes, if there's any of those 4 young kids that I would love, who are no longer kids, that I would love to bring back to the Knicks, it'd probably be Quinn Grimes. Not gonna lie, probably be Quinn Grimes. Justice's dad said 0 for 7 from 3 now for the Magic. Not shooting it well whatsoever. Here we go. Back into it. Bataze hands it off to Jones. Over to Black. Driving it down. Pulls it back out. Good defense so far. Forced Tyus Jones to reset back up top. Coming to his left off the Bataze screen. Back up top to Black. Crosses over to his left. Should have been a walk. Not called. He puts up the floater. Can't get it to go. But he will go to the foul line for 2 free throws as he got fouled by Watford. So Anthony Black will be at the foul line for 2 free throws. It is 21-17. Anthony Black knocks down the first one. Noah Penda is in the game for the Orlando Magic, putting in their rookie. Maxey will bring it down. 3:40 to go here in the first quarter. Maxey up top being guarded by Anthony Black. Black a good defender, but not the level of defender as he splits the defense off the screen all the way to the rim. Easy lefty layup. And Goga Bataze raises his hand. Home run pass to Anthony Black, who beat the 76ers down the court, but they do a good job of getting back. They leave Noah Penda wide open for a 3. In and out, can't get it to go. Bataze with the rebound. Pump fake, goes up. Gets the easy layup to go. (23-21). Maxey up top, coming to his left, step back, over to Watford, fakes the handoff, driving to his right, crosses over, down the lane. Good defense from Penda. They get it out to Barlow, now over to Edwards. Edwards snaking his way with his left hand, mid-range, all-the-way jumper in the paint, and he got it to go. Here comes Desmond Bane bringing it down the other way. Bane gets it over to Jones. Jones over to Bane. Bane down the lane, scoop play with his left hand. He can't get it to go, but Bataze right there tips it up and in. Maxey wanted an offensive basket interference. He's not going to get it. 2 points for Bataze and the Magic. Here comes Trendon Watford bringing it down the other way. Has it up top. Coming to his left off the Maxey screen. Putting his head down, attacking, spins in the lane, puts it up high. Can't get it to go. Bataze came over for the help, but a late foul call is made. Bataze looking at the bench and saying, you want to challenge that? I got that clean. The good clean tip in from Bataze. They show the replay on it. It's a good call. It's a good no call. Bataze came over and he got that block on Wofford. But they called the foul on Anthony Black on a blocking foul. Wofford knocks down the first free throw, which is why the coaching staff chose not to challenge it. Just that's a Maxey All-Star starter. Maybe. With the fan vote, I could see it either being Maxey, but Donovan Mitchell probably going to get it just off of name recognition with the fan vote. Wofford goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. A 4-point lead is opened up for Philly. Orlando shooting it excruciatingly bad right now. Anthony Black crosses over, foul line pull-up jumper, well short. Rebound falls right to Noah Penda, and he gets fouled going up, so he'll go to the foul line for 2. Is that 3 fouls on Wofford now? 2 fouls on Wofford, 2 fouls on McCain. Wofford is going to be at the, Noah Penda is going to be at the foul line for 2 free throws. Student said Paul George is the new version of Ben Simmons this season. No, maybe last season. Paul George has only played 2 games so far, and he's not playing again yet tonight. Noah Penda made the first one, misses the second one. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Barlow able to pick it up. And they get it over to Wofford. Wofford bringing it down. Both sides missing free throws. They get it over to McCain. McCain has it up top. McCain directing traffic as Maxey takes a rare seat here. They get it over to Wofford. Wofford putting his head down, attacking down the lane. Can't get the layup to go, but he draws yet another foul. And then Wofford, after he drew the foul, kind of tossed the ball over to Bataze. Bataze obviously felt some type of way about it. Caught the ball. Threw it right back at Wofford. Double technical foul. Yeah, give him the double technical. David said Brunson, you starter. I mean, he should be, but with the fan vote and the reputation that the media has tried to perpetuate about Jalen Brunson, probably not going to get the fan vote from people outside of New York. McCain to the bench. Eric Gordon in the game. Old man Eric Gordon's out there. Will said anyone else find it interesting? Penda came in before Jonathan Isaac. Just speaking truth. Yeah. I mean, maybe Isaac's just not available tonight. You know, he's dealt with injuries throughout his career. Who knows? Who knows? He has yet to play. He has yet to play. Jonathan Isaac has. Tyus Jones down the lane, draws a foul on Quinn Grimes. So they started the game allowing them to be very physical. And they allowed them to be very physical to start the game. And Maxey put up a big stink about it. And now they're calling everything. Now Tyus Jones is going to the foul line. A very ticky-tack foul on Quinn Grimes there. Jones knocks down the first one. Tyus Jones knocks down the second one. Back to a three-point game. They get it into Gordon. Now over to Wofford. Wofford will bring it down against Noah Penda. 1:40 to go. Wofford gets it over to Barlow. Barlow driving it down. Stops, turns, gets it out to Grimes. Grimes attacking the baseline. Goes all the way to the basket. Gets the layup to go. Ball was actually knocked out of his hands by Anthony Black, but he was able to recover it and get the easy layup. Jones up top to Bain. Bain with the pass fake. Hits Black, comes to the basket. Kicks it out to Jones. Extra pass to Bain, who was open, but mishandled the pass. Edwards able to pick it off, and he's going to go in for a big one-handed hammer. Easy slam for Justin Edwards on the break there. Jones has it up top, coming to his right, dancing with it, pulls it out. Now gets it over to Bain. Philly back in that zone. They swing it over to Anthony Black. They're going to dare guys to shoot the three for Orlando, and Tyus Jones takes the lid off the basket from three-point range as he finally knocks one down for the Orlando Magic from three. Wofford has it up top. Shuffles it over to Barlow. Barlow gets it over to Grimes. Grimes coming to his right. Pocket pass to Barlow. Two-handed slam. Where's my foul on Bataze? As Barlow knocked down, Barlow got the easy dunk from the nice pass from Quinn Grimes. 6-point lead for Philly here. Tyus Jones has it up top. Jones, in and out dribble, coming to his left off the Bataze screen. They get over to Anthony Black. They'll dare him to shoot all night long, and that time he's going to make him pay, knocking it down. Anthony Black's three-point shooting starting to come around a little bit. He's taking him with confidence. He's clearly put in the work to knock him down. Didn't start off the year shooting it well, but now shot starting to go down for him. Trendon Wofford has it up top with 20 seconds to go. They get it over to Grimes. Grimes being guarded by Black. Quickly driving to his left, pump fakes, and throws it to nobody as he was waiting. He was waiting for Eric Gordon to spray to that wing area that he threw it to. But Quinn Grimes also trying to say that the ball was tipped. But either way, Tyus Jones bringing it down for the Magic. Jones has it up top, a pull-up three over Barlow, splashes it two straight for Tyus Jones to end the quarter here to tie it up at 35. Quinn Grimes, three-quarters court heave. Can't get it to go, and that will end the first quarter. Tied at 35. Off of two straight threes for Tyus Jones. Huge for the Orlando Magic, who could not knock anything down outside of Tyus Jones there, man. And then Anthony Black also knocked one down. That's three made threes in that first quarter after a horrendous start from three-point range for the Magic. Started to get it going, and with that, they're tied at 35. Actually, we're going to leave that like that. We're going to go over here. Wow, so Washington's just going to dominate Atlanta tonight. Hilarious. Hilarious. I love in the NBA when you get hilarious outcomes like this. I mean, Washington is 1-15 so far this year. And they are, actually, we just go right to the standings. What kind of losing streak are they on? They are on a 14-game losing streak. And to snap a 14-game losing streak, they're going to, that's not what I wanted. They're going to absolutely dominate the Atlanta Hawks today, who are actually a pretty good team. They're going to absolutely dominate the Atlanta Hawks tonight. The Atlanta Hawks, who outside of, I believe, Trae Young, is pretty healthy. I mean, Porzingis even played tonight. You got, in the starting lineup, you got Johnson, Riza-Shea. Riza-Shea played. Porzingis, who had been out for a while. Porzingis played, who we know has been out for a while. Alexander Walker and Dyson Daniels. Okongwu, Mo Gay, Luke Kennard, Keaton Wallace, Vic Krejci. Yeah, they're pretty healthy. And they just got, outside of Trae Young, and they just got smoked by the Wizards. Who's going off? Who's been going off? CJ McCollum, 9 for 11 from three-point range. That'll do it to you. That'll do it to you right there. He's got, what, 33 points tonight? Alex Sarr's got 23 points, 10 rebounds, 10 for 13 from the field for Alex Sarr. Corey Kispert chipped in 19 with 4 made threes. Off the bench, not even a ton of contribution. There's just no defense being played. You can see Bub Carrington also just going off. He's got 10 points off the bench. I mean, that's pretty embarrassing. Pretty embarrassing. Tristan Vukcevic in 7 minutes, 7 points. I really like Tristan Vukcevic. Should probably play a little bit more for the struggling Wizards. But this is one of those anomaly type of nights. Can happen to anybody. They are 12 for 35 from 3, so it's not like they couldn't hit anything. They're 12 for 35 from 3. They just could not defend to save their lives. 111 points through 3 quarters for the Washington Wizards. Washington, though. 12 made threes for the Hawks. 17 made threes for the Washington Wizards. Hilarious outcome tonight so far. Hilarious outcome. I love when stuff like this happens. Here we go. We're going to check back into this game here. Only other game on tonight will be Clippers-Lakers. That will be the late game. But I have no interest in the Clippers. So unfortunately, tonight is only going to be covering the Magic Sixers game. So here we go. Start of the second quarter. Tyus Jones has it on the right wing. Maxey is back in. Coming to his left. Kicks it out to Penda. Penda driving it down at the foul line. Kicks it over to Carter Jr. But gets the ball stolen from Eric Gordon. Good defense from Eric Gordon. The wily vet. Knows where to be. Maxey has it on the left wing. Crossing over to his right. Down the lane. Scoop layup high with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Drummond fighting on the glass, but he can't hold on to it. Here comes the Magic pushing the other way. Jones gets it over to Wendell Carter Jr. He's going to walk into a pull-up straightaway 3. Can't get it to go as the trailer. Bane with the rebound. Got it knocked out of his hands. Good defense. Good swarming defense from the 76ers there. That was led by Edwards. They get it over to Gordon. Gordon has it up top. They try to get it over to Maxey. Knocked out of bounds by... No, knocked out of bounds. Knocked out of his hands by Tyus Jones. And here comes Jones. Throws a lob to Black, who smokes the dunk. But Penda right there, able to save the possession. And the first score of the second half goes to Orlando. Maxey bringing it down. Maxey up top. They get it over to Drummond. Drummond hands it off to Grimes. Grimes back over to Gordon. Gordon on the right wing. Back to Grimes. Grimes up top. Being guarded by Penda. Going past him in the lane. Kicks it over to Drummond. Drummond in the left baseline. Inhale dribble. Driving to his right. Flips it up at the rim. Can't get it to go. Penda with the rebound. Penda's been solid. He's holding his own. He's been additive out there. Anthony Black in the lane. Pump fake. Steps through. Righty layup. Righty scoop layup. Got it to go. Beautiful move from Anthony Black, who looks really comfortable and really confident out there. 39-35. Maxey gets it over to Edwards. Edwards gets it over to Gordon. Catch. Pump fake. Driving it down to the basket. Scoop layup with the right hand. Got it to go. The wily vet, Eric Gordon, can still get you a bucket when you need it, can still get you a bucket when you need it. Carter Jr. hands it off to Bane. Bane coming to his left, being chased by Gordon. Mid-range pull-up jumper, can't get it to go. Battle on the glass for a rebound and fouled. Quinn Grimes or Andre Drummond fouled Wendell Carter Jr. going for the rebound there. So the ball will remain here with Orlando. Bane hits Carter Jr. cutting to the rim, off the pick and roll, gets a nice easy layup out of it. And both teams just executing each other to death tonight. Grimes driving it down, pulls it back out, has it in the left corner. Gets it up top to Maxey. Maxey being guarded by Anthony Black. Maxey dancing with it. Driving to his left, in the lane, scoop layup with the left hand. Tyrese Maxey smoking a ton of layups tonight. But taking them from, probably use one more dribble, getting all the way to the basket. Anthony Black all the way to the rim, gets the scoop layup to go over Andre Drummond. And a foul on Andre Drummond is going to send him to the foul line for one more. Anthony Black destroying the Philadelphia 76ers backline defense right now. Just getting out and running, putting his head down and getting all the way to the basket. Anthony Black has been spectacular tonight so far. Black also knocks down his and one free throw. 7-point lead for Orlando now. Maxey bringing it down, who's really struggled to finish at the rim tonight. Orlando forcing his pickup really far away from the basket, but this time he blows past the defense, gets the easy layup past Anthony Black. Anthony Black up top being guarded by Grimes. They get it over to Carter Jr. Carter Jr. takes the handoff, almost lost it. Holds on to it, gets it out to Penda. Penda being chased by Gordon. Penda gets it over to Carter Jr. in the mid-post. Pump fakes. Goes right past Andre Drummond. Beautiful move. Drummond just very jumpy tonight, going for everything right now. One simple pump fake from Wendell Carter Jr. got him all the way to the basket for the easy two-handed slam. Drummond up top gets it over to Edwards. Edwards gets it over to Maxey. Maxey's going to pull up a 35-footer there. A deep one. Airballs it. Oof. Maxey settling right now, not playing well. Tyrese Maxey so far tonight, 3 for 9 from the field for 9 points. 9 points on 9 shot attempts is not the level of efficiency you want to see. AP, what's up, AP? Seven-point lead for Orlando, and they'll bring it down now. Jones has it up top. Takes it out to Bane. Extra pass to Anthony Black. Anthony Black steps back in the left corner for a three over Barlow and splashes it, nothing but net. It's the Anthony Black game. It's the Anthony Black game. Welcome, y'all. We are laying witness to the Anthony Black game here tonight. He is now up to 15 points, 5 for 9 from the field. They get it up top to Quinn Grimes. Jab step, coming to his left, hesitates, now driving past the defense, scoop layup, smokes another layup, but a late foul call is going to send Grimes to the foul line for 2. Wow, that was a late one. That was a late one. (49-39). 10-point lead for Orlando is opened up. 8 minutes to go here in the second. Quinn Grimes going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Grimes gets the first one to go. He's got another one coming. Grimes with one more coming. AP said, do we need Grimes back? We talked about it earlier, AP. Of the 4 young Knicks, as Grimes knocks down the second free throw, between Toppin, IQ, RJ, and Grimes, if I could bring any of those 4 back, it's no hesitation on bringing back Grimes. No hesitation. Always loved Quinn Grimes. Sad he couldn't figure it out in New York, but sometimes you got to leave the nest, figure it out, and then you can come back home, They swing it over to Bane, open right corner 3. Continues to miss 5 from 3-point range for Desmond Bane. Drummond with the rebound, quick outlet to Maxey. Maxey bringing it down. Maxey over to McCain. McCain hesitates, steps back, driving it down to the basket. Scoop layup, got it to go past Jalen Suggs. Great drive and finish for McCain there. Home run pass. Oh my goodness, Anthony Black. I don't even think that was supposed to be a lob, but Black, so athletic, went up there and got it. They get it over to Grimes. Grimes throws a lob to Barlow. A terrible pass from Quinn Grimes goes out of bounds. Anthony Black is he's a walking highlight reel right now. 51-43. Suggs bringing it down. Suggs hesitates, driving to his right, kicks it out. Anthony Black, another one for Anthony Black. It's the Anthony Black game, y'all. A timeout for Philadelphia as Anthony Black is now already sitting with a 20-point first half. And we have 7.5 minutes to go. Wow. Welcome to the NBA, Anthony Black. I know he's been around for a while, but he's never been this level of player. 7 for 11 from the field and 3 for 4 from three-point range. AP said the Wizards are destroying the Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, we went through it already, AP. We're keeping an eye on it. We went through it already. They are still dominating them so far tonight. Hilarious. I love when stuff like this happens. They're on a 14-game losing streak. 13-game losing streak. Hold on. 14-game losing streak. They started the year 1-1. Since then, they've lost 14 straight games. How do you snap a 14-game losing streak? Well, you just dominate a really solid team in the Atlanta Hawks, who've actually been playing really well as of late. Up by 30 here. 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Normal night. CJ McCollum's night likely done with 39 points. Hilarious outcome. David said, win Wizards win, we need your pick. We're not getting their pick. It's top 10 protected, brother. Or top 8 protected? Something like that. They're not falling all the way down to 8. They're already 1-14 on the year. That's not happening. That pick is gone. Pick is 2 seconds. 2 early seconds. Which is not bad. Nazlan said, what's the problem with the Magic? I don't know if there is a problem with the Magic. They're hooping right now. They are hooping. Susan said Grimes was traded because Tibbs didn't like him. I think Tibbs liked him. I think Quentin Grimes was young and confused and upset with what was going on. And, you know, in his interviews where he talked about, oh, it feels like I have to make every shot and the ball weighs like 1,000 pounds and all that. And that might get you traded. AB said we are never getting that pick. Well, this is the last year. It's a first-round pick. After this year, it converts to 2 seconds, and the Knicks get 2 second-round picks, which can be valuable. Obviously, I'd prefer a lottery pick, but Knicks are not going to get that. Protected picks can only roll over so many years. So this is the last year that Wizards pick can roll over. So unless they fall to the 11th draft pick, which obviously they're not going to, but unless that happens, the pick will roll over to 2 second-round picks next year or for the next 2 years. Not entirely sure how that works out, but it will transition 2 second-round picks. And now CJ McCollum up to 42 points. Shout out CJ McCollum, man. Shout out CJ McCollum. Just hooping all over the Wizards tonight. All over them. AB said, well, Leon Rose hasn't done so great in the draft lately with first-round picks. True. Very true. I would just argue maybe stay away from the foreign-born guys as of right now. Because none of them have hit for you. Right, and they are all second-round picks except for Dadier. But none of them have hit for you so far. Obviously, they're all still really young, but, you know, you need people to help contribute. You need contributors. But here we go. Back into it. Grimes steps back, has nowhere to go, gets it out to McCain. McCain driving it down, pulls up from 3, airballs it. Good fly-by contest from Jalen Suggs there from behind. 11-point lead for Philly. Anthony Black steps back in the right corner, being guarded by Drummond. Over to Suggs. Suggs back to Black. Black being guarded by Drummond. Hesitates, now puts up the 3. You're going to have to guard this guy tonight. Anthony Black with 23 points in this first half knocks that one down over Andre Drummond. We are laying witness to the Anthony Black arrival here in the NBA. Barlow has it. Quick crossover to his left, all the way to the basket. Gets fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for 2. Gets knocked in the head by Bane. Might have to look at that. Can't be knocking guys in the head anymore. David said anything could happen. Dallas, for example. Yeah, but Dallas jumped up in the draft. It's impossible for the Wizards to fall down in the draft to the 11th spot. The lowest, if the Wizards end up with the worst record in the league, the lowest they could fall to, as Barlow knocks down the first free throw, the lowest they could fall to is 5. So it's impossible unless they start turning some things around. Barlow knocked down the first one. Barlow goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. Here comes Suggs. Suggs tried to sneak it inside and gets knocked out of bounds by Drummond. It'll remain with the Magic. 12-point game. Suggs gets it in the Bane. Bane coming to his right, off the screen, gets it over to Wagner. Wagner being guarded by McCain. Gets it over to Bane. Step back 3 over Drummond for Bane. And there one finally goes down for Desmond Bane. And now the 3-point shots are falling aplenty for the Orlando Magic. Barlow up top to McCain. McCain dancing with it, driving to his right. Mid-range pull-up jumper over Bane. Got it to go. 60-47. It's a 13-point game. Orlando's really got it going right now, though. Suggs up top, a pull-up deep 3. Can't get that one to go. Drummond with the rebound to get over to Maxey and gets it stolen by Anthony Black. Leaves it off for Wagner, throws a lob up top to Bane. Can't get it to go, but Wendell Carter Jr. right there for the tip up and in. Philly doesn't get back on defense. Here comes McCain bringing it down for Philly. McCain steps back for a 3. He's feeling it tonight. Comes up short on it. Suggs with the rebound, home run pass over to Bane. Bane spins in the lane, scoop play with the right hand, got it to go. And they are just running on the 76ers right now. They're getting whatever they want. And Orlando taking it right to the 76ers. Sheesh. My goodness. Maybe you said Dallas had a handshake with Adam Silver? Probably. Probably with the way that worked out. Maybe you said root for all division teams to lose? Root for all division teams to lose? I don't know why you care about divisions in the NBA, AP. Divisions have not mattered since, ever. Divisions have never mattered. But about halfway through the fourth quarter there for the Hawks-Wizards game. Johnson with 7.7 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 turnovers. Just a terrible night for Jalen Johnson. Shea with 12. Porzingis led him in scoring with 22. Nickeil Alexander-Walker was nowhere to be found. Dyson Daniels with 11, 9, and 7. Stats look good, but obviously didn't help. Okongwu with 20 points off the bench. On a night where nothing went right, none of this matters. What is really exciting is to watch young guys like Alex R really figuring it out. 27 points for him, 10 rebounds. And he missed 4 free throws. Should have had a 30 ball tonight. 2 steals, 2 blocks for Alex R as well. Obviously 42 from McCollum. We know he's capable of that. 10 threes tonight for CJ McCollum. Up Carrington with only 10 off the bench. They didn't get a ton of bench production. It was really just the CJ McCollum game. Corey Kispert also got him going early, and then Alex Sarr chipped in at the end. The only other game we have tonight is the Clippers-Lakers game later. That will be the James Harden-led Clippers, although I do believe Kawhi Leonard is back, if I'm not mistaken. Kawhi Leonard is back, but not making much of a difference for the Clippers, who are still kind of floundering over there. They're sitting at 5-12. Lakers, the exact opposite, thriving, sitting at 12-4. I mean, that's kind of what happens when you get Luka on your team. Wagner 1 for 5, 2 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist, and again smacked up by 17 against this Magic team because you had no answers for Anthony Black. What a night. What a night. Suggs, 2 for 7 from the floor, 4 points. Bane, only 8 points, 3 for 11 from the floor. And again, smacked up because you had no answers for Anthony Black. How do you let that happen? AB said, I believe if the NBA had no salary cap, the Knicks would have a couple of championships already. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the no salary cap stuff, though, anyway. Don't like it when it happens in baseball. I mean, you're kind of seeing it. The Dodgers could just buy the championships the same way the Yankees used to buy the championships. But team that's just willing to spend the most amount of money is just going to have the advantage. I mean, I guess you could look at the Mets and say, well, the Mets are spending all their money and they're not winning anything. So I guess it could go either way. Here we go. We're back into it. Wofford gets it over to Maxey. Maxey tries to hit the bounce pass, but a kick ball. Jabari Walker's in the game for Philly. They got Edwards, Maxey, Wofford, Walker, and McCain. Just looking for some offense out there. No traditional big man. They get it into McCain, who gets fouled by Suggs. Five minutes to go. The Magic come out with Wagner, Suggs, Bataze, Anthony Black, and Jett Howard is in the game. They get over to McCain. And they're doing a great job of denying Maxey the ball. They get over to Edwards. Edwards to the rim. Misses the lefty layup. A lot of missed layups for the 76ers tonight. They get over to Wagner down the lane. Blows past the defense. Puts up the floater. Gets it to go. Wagner hit the floor hard. He's looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. But now a 19-point lead has opened up for the Magic. And now Philly is rushing. They get it over to Maxey. Maxey has it up top. They get it over to McCain. McCain jab step. Coming to his left. Down the lane. Step back. Foul line. Fall away jumper. Rattles it in. Jared McCain, good sign for Philly is that Jared McCain has actually gotten it going a little bit tonight. He's knocked down a couple of twos. He's knocked down a layup. He's knocked down a couple of threes. That's nice. But everything else has been a bit of a disaster. Bataze gets it over to Anthony Black. Coming to his left off the screen. Throws up a pass. Lob attempt. Good defense from Jabari Walker. Wofford able to pick up the rebound. And then Wofford goes down and he's in bad pain. It's a 3-on-1. They throw a lob to Anthony Black. Throw 2 more points up on the board. Jabari Walker needs help to be helped off the bench. Probably a groin strain. He can barely keep himself up. And he's going right back to the locker room. I mean, he went down no contact. AB said, did Paul George come back yet? Paul George has played 2 games so far this year. He had a really good first game, middling second game, not a very good, and he's been out since then. Shows that the Wiz don't want the worst rating in NBA history. I mean, the Wizards have interesting players. Sarr has been significantly better this year than he was last year. Keyshawn George made a leap. They have adults in the room with Chris Middleton and CJ McCollum. They shouldn't be awful. They should be bad. They should be a really bad basketball team and still get a lottery pick. They shouldn't be this bad. They shouldn't be lose 14 games in a row and not even be competitive bad. Student said, playing good now, but show me who's really putting in work in the month of March. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, no contact. He just was done. He was just done. Maxey hands it off to Edwards. They get over to Grimes, who comes in for McCain. They swing it out. Edwards, pump fakes, driving it down in the lane, kicks it out to Jabari Walker, a left wing 3, well contested, didn't matter, and he knocked it down. Big time shot, home run pass for the Magic, and Franz Wagner yelling at his teammates, what are you doing? Terrible pass, flies out of bounds. They get over to Maxey. Maxey's been very quiet here in the second quarter. Maxey pulls it out, swings it over to Edwards. Edwards catches, pump fakes, driving it down, crosses over, down the lane, kicks over to Barlow. Barlow tries to spin off Anthony Black, but knocked out of his hands. Going to remain with Philly. Moran T. Case. What's up, Moran? Barlow down low, steps on the out-of-bounds line, steps on the baseline. Gonna go back to Orlando. Rand said Barkley, the NBA is good when the Knicks are good. Well, everybody says that. Everybody says that. I think the NBA is good when the NBA is good. I don't think it matters what team is good. Wagner has it up top, driving to his right on Barlow. Euro steps, throws up the floater, got it to go. I mean, at this point, Orlando can just get what they want. They can run their offense. Philly seems to be losing confidence as the game goes on. Grimes has it on the right wing, up top to Edwards. Edwards coming to his left off a Maxey screen. Gets stripped by Jalen Suggs. Why Maxey is just not handling the ball here, I don't know. Wagner down the lane, gets stripped up by Edwards. And Wagner hold the ankle a little bit. Maybe just stubbed his foot on Edwards' foot, but he's up. He's going to take his 2 free throws here. AB said, I thought the Knicks had a problem with Mitchell Robinson. Imagine if we had Joel Embiid. David said a lot of talk about Anthony Davis. I don't think there's any talk about Anthony Davis. I think the people talking about Anthony Davis are the people who have, nothing to talk about, so they have to find something to talk about, and so they talk about Anthony Davis. The Knicks, I would highly, highly, highly doubt. I think there's like a 1% chance that the Knicks make a big trade midseason. Unless it's on a supremely cheap trade deal, I don't see the Knicks making a big trade at all. Maxey has it up top being guarded by Suggs. Coming to his left. Over to Grimes. Grimes a 3. In and out, can't get it to go. Suggs with the rebound. Bringing it down the other way. Orlando's opened up a 20-point lead here over the 76ers. Bataze hands it off to Anthony Black, who's up to 25 points here in the first half. Black, cross-court pass to Jet Howard, dancing with it against Grimes, blows right past him, scoop play with the right hand, got it to go. If you're Quinn Grimes, man, you just can't get blown by Jet Howard there. You can't get blown by Jet Howard one-on-one. And then Maxey almost turns it over. Grimes able to pick it up in the corner. Jabari Walker another 3. Made one from the left wing, misses that one from the right corner. Here comes Suggs, bringing it down the other way. Suggs up top, driving to his right, stops, pump fakes, has it at the foul line, takes it out to Wagner. Wagner over to Bataze. Bataze up top, hands it off to Suggs. Suggs coming to his right, cross court out to Jet Howard, a 3, knocks that one down. And everything coming up roses for the Orlando Magic, now up by 25 points here in the first half with under 2 minutes to go. Grimes in the lane, puts up the floater, can't get it to go, but he does draw the foul. Going to go to the foul line for two free throws. Tyrese Maxey is just like allergic to the ball right now. Really disappointing to see from Maxey. Foong Pei said this year's supposed to be healthy Zion and AD. Nah, brother. Nah. Just that's told you a magical kind of night. You did pick the Magic to start, and I silly me, picked the 76ers. But hold on. Comebacks can happen. They can happen. Rand said AD always dressed. Stay away from my Knicks. We got OG. Yeah, I'm good. Grimes knocks down the first free throw. Got another one coming. Watcher, what's up, Watcher? Maxey will cook in the second half. He's going to need to in order for Philly to even have a chance tonight. 23-point game here, 1:45 to go. Bane has it up top. Can they get it to at least 19 before the end of this first half here? You're going to have to lock up defensively. They've not been doing that tonight. Wagner has it on the right wing, being guarded by Maxey. Driving it down against him, throws it up at the foul line. Can't get it to go, but that's because he's fouled by Tyrese Maxey. And Maxey, even coming out, weird night for Maxey, because Maxey's not normally known as a guy who picks up a ton of texts or lets his emotions get the best of him. But Maxey, I don't think he's taking a shot here. I think he was 3 for 9 after the first quarter. And it's still 3 for 9. I don't think he's taking a shot here in the second quarter. With no PG, with no Edgecombe, with no Embiid, now Watford goes down. You can't afford to not take a shot here, Tyrese Maxey. Ball needs to be in your hands. I know it's difficult, but oof. Wagner makes the first, misses the second. 78-54. 16-point lead. McCain hands it off to Grimes. Grimes coming to his right, off a double screen. Gets it out to Maxey. Maxey up top. Lobs it over the top to Drummond. Catches, gets chased down, blocked by Suggs. Drummond able to pick it up. Drummond throws it right to Franz Wagner. Right into his hands. Wagner over to Suggs. Lobs it up. Two-handed slam for Wendell Carter Jr. And the Magic are having fun. They're having a ton of fun out there. A ton of fun out there. Under a minute to go. Maxey driving it down. Scoop layup, got it to go. Why Maxey hasn't taken the ball and just gone to the basket time and time again? I know it's difficult, and I know he plays a lot of minutes, but you're even trying to sniff to win a game, you know. They lob it over the top to Wagner, who gets the layup to go, and Maxey comes up limping. Maybe he's not 100% out there. Maybe he's not 100% out there. Maxey all the way to the rim again, gets another layup. But can be just trading baskets out here. 82-58, 30 seconds to go. Drummond and Carter Jr. Suggs gives Drummond a push. And then Jabari Walker. Oh, now we're pushing and shoving. We're not going to get any punches thrown. We're not going to get any punches thrown. Wendell Carter Jr. said that to Drummond. Kind of hilarious. Carter Jr. and Drummond got into it. Maybe Drummond playing 4D chess right now, trying to rile up his team. Because his team is just getting smacked up by the Magic. The Magic are just running highlight plays against them. They're throwing lobs, getting out and running. They're having fun. Suggs is showboating to his bench. He's having fun out there. He's laughing all the way down, all the things. So hopefully this could get Philly going a little bit. Andre Drummond ended up pushing and shoving Wendell Carter Jr., and then Drummond hilariously got into a fighting stance. It looked terrible. It looked absolutely, he got in there and he was like this. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I don't know who this is intimidating. What this fighting stance is doing to anybody. All this tells me is you may have never thrown a punch in your life. That's just me, though. But Andre Drummond tried to square up with Wendell Carter Jr. Wendell Carter Jr. was standing there like, what are we going to do, throw punches? This is the NBA, brother. We don't throw punches. We just push and shove. Wendell Carter Jr. standing there like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And then Suggs came over and gave him a little love tap push to Drummond, and then Drummond started laughing and clapping it up, and then Jabari Smith Jr. came over and got in Suggs' face, and then Bane came over and got in Jabari Walker's face. Hilarious. Pay said, I like that stand reenactment. If you were going to punch somebody who's standing right in front of you, you wouldn't do this. You wouldn't do this. CEO, what's up, CEO? How many threes has Bane took so far? Bane is 1 for 5 from three-point range. 1 for 5. Taken 5 so far. So it's a personal foul on Drummond, and then they will throw out a bunch of technicals. Boompe say he might have been trained by the monkey stance. I would probably think you're going to see technicals on Drummond and Carter Jr., another technical on Suggs, another technical on Jabari Smith Jr., on Jabari Walker, excuse me. Hold on. Here we go. Both get a technical foul. The ref saying they squared up against each other is hilarious. Jalen Suggs has been ejected. Jalen Suggs' second technical foul of the night. He's ejected. Bane picks up a technical foul. Jabari Walker picks up a technical foul. Drummond picks up a technical foul. And Wendell Carter Jr. picks up a technical foul. So Philly is going to end up with 2 free throws for the 2 technicals on Suggs. And then Wendell Carter Jr. will take 2 free throws for the personal foul on Drummond. They're in the bonus. 26 seconds to go. Student said Drummond doing the Ron Artest move. This is great job by Andre Drummond. Great job by Andre Drummond. He got Jalen Suggs out of here. So each side will get 2 free throws. Got to knock down your free throws. George Jones said, when did Wendell Carter Jr. square up? He did not. He did not. He just stood there. But he was pushing and shoving with Drummond, which led to Drummond squaring up with him. But that's, you know. Maxey knocks down the first free throw. This could be a catalyst in the second half for Philly to try and mount a little bit of a comeback here. Could get them going. Maxey knocks down both free throws. Now Wendell Carter Jr. will be at the foul line for 2. AP reminding people of the likes. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, AP. Boom Pay said, I'm not watching live. I'm completely relying on your commentary and reenactments. Appreciate you, Boom Pay. Appreciate you. So now we're going to get 2 free throws here for Wendell Carter Jr. Maxey knocked down his 2. Now Carter Jr. is at the foul line for 2 on the personal foul from Drummond. Knocks down the first one. Could help the crowd get into it. Help rile up Philly a little bit to start the second half. And a lot of technicals handed out tonight. So Wendell Carter Jr. made the first one. He's got another one coming. Knocks them both down. So, at the end of all of that, still 24-point game. It all reset. Gave 1 point to the wrong side. It's 84-60. Maxey has it up top, being guarded by Anthony Black. Final 15 seconds of the game here is about a 2-second difference, 3-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Maxey coming to his right. Wagner switched on to him. Maxey's going to attack. Throws it right to Desmond Bane. Bane over to Penda. Penda throws the lob to Black. Black lays it up and in. Hit ahead to Grimes. Grimes a half-court heave. Can't get it to go. And a 26-point halftime lead for the Orlando Magic off of a historic first half for Anthony Black. 27 points. Boom Pay said poor Embiid getting roped into this somehow. Well, kind of what happens. That's kind of what happens. Wanted to look up, what is Anthony Black's career high? It's got to be. He's got to have a 30 ball in his career, right? Wow. Wow. 25. Anthony Black's career high coming into tonight was 25 points. He's got 27 in the first half. Wow. Wow. I mean, he's on pace for a 50 ball. I don't think he's going to get 50 tonight, but with the way that Philadelphia's defense has been playing, 87 first half points for the Magic. Oh my goodness. Philly is not playing defense out there. I mean, this is not a serious defensive team performance tonight so far. This is bad. This is bad. So the Wizards' final score here, 132-113 against the Atlanta Hawks. Hilarious. CJ McCollum ended up with 46. Needed 2 more baskets for that 50 ball. Should just went for it. Should just went for it. We can look at the box score here for our Magic 76ers game. Franz Wagner. Ow. I got like a little cut on my thumb, and that hurt. Franz Wagner, 11 points, 4 rebounds, and assists. I mean, he's playing well, but like, hasn't really stood out too much. Mostly because, obviously, of what else has been going on, as we've been talking about. Nick Yak said Black played great against us. He did. He may be turning the corner here in his career. He may be turning the corner here. De Silva only played 7 minutes. That's because they couldn't take Anthony Black out with the way he was playing. Wendell Carter Jr., 12 points for him, 5 rebounds, playing so well. He's annoyed Andre Drummond to the point of Andre Drummond trying to square up with him. Desmond Bane, 8 points. He's not even playing particularly well, not shooting it well. 3 for 11 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3. I mean, he's playing well, but he's not shooting well. 3 assists for him, 2 turnovers, 2 steals. He's done a good job getting to the passing lanes. Jalen Suggs tonight, his night is done, but he did more than enough. 11 first-half assists. I mean, they were literally getting whatever they wanted. They were literally getting whatever they wanted. 86.5 is wild at home in Philly, no less. Yeah, to be on the road, put up 86 in the first half against a Philly team during the NBA Cup. Like, Philly needs to play to the end here. I don't know what their record is in the NBA Cup, but you can't allow Orlando to get out this far ahead of you in the NBA Cup. Suggs' night is done, and he ends the night with 4, 5, and 11. I mean, that's pretty damn good stats for the first half there. For 16 minutes of play, he ended up with 11 assists. Jeez. You go to their bench. I mean, Noah Penda gave them really solid minutes. 3 points for him. He even took a 3, didn't make it. 3 rebounds and assists. Really solid minutes for Noah Penda in 8 minutes. He was perfectly fine. I mean, against Philly so far tonight, I think anybody could look perfectly fine out there. You could have threw anybody out there. Goga Bitadze in his 9 minutes, he was solid, 6 points as always. Goga Bitadze is just a really solid backup big. Tyus Jones, he was really good. He got them started from 3-point range, 2 for 2 from 3, to open up the net, and it was just in time for the explosion that was Anthony Black. 27 first half points, 4 for 5 from 3-point range for a dude who has not shot it well consistently from 3-point range in his career. Although if we open up his player card here, he is coming into tonight. He was averaging 12 points. He got 27 in the first half. From 3-point range, this is his 3rd season. From 3-point range, sub 32% from 3. 4 for 5 from 3 so far. And he is getting whatever he wants. He's literally just beating Philly down the court, catching lobs, throwing it down, and then shooting wide open threes because they're going to dare him to shoot. But he's knocking it down anyway. Nick Yak said, poor Philly, first Cowboys disaster, now this, priceless. Getting embarrassed like this on national TV, NBC game, is something I hope to not experience this year. Jett Howard played 5 minutes, has 5 points. Like I said, anybody could get into this game right now and just get whatever they want. Anybody. Jett Howard, 5 minutes, 5 points, 2 for 2 from the field, knocked down a 3. We go over down to the lowly Sixers. lowly Sixers. Back to being the lowly Sixers. Obviously, they're dealing with a ton of injuries, but when are they not dealing with a ton of injuries? Daniel Tosin said, Wizards blew out the Hawks. Yeah, we just looked it over. Daniel, we just looked it over. Hilarious ending to that. Hilarious. Justin Edwards, 9 points, 16 minutes. I mean, asking a lot of Justin Edwards right now. A lot of ball handling coming out from him. Barlow in 14 minutes, barely noticeable out there. 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Okay. Drummond, he's 0 for 4 from the field. He's got 10 rebounds already. He's got 10 rebounds and managed to play the best defense against Jalen Suggs tonight by getting him out of the game with the double technical against him. Quinn Grimes in 19 minutes, 6 points, 1 for 5 from the field. Quinn Grimes, brother, where are you? Where are you? Right? Talking you up all night, and then you come out and you give this performance. 19 minutes, 6 points. Tyrese Maxey in 21 minutes, he put up 15 points. He's 5 for 11 from the field. He's getting to the foul line, 5 for 6 from the foul line. 3 assists for him, but it's been a bit of a miserable night. For the most part in that second quarter, he was pretty invisible. If Philly wants any chance of beating the Orlando Magic tonight, it's going to have to be on the back of an explosive Tyrese Maxey second half. He may have to look at what Anthony Black did and give us the old anything you can do, I can do better type of performance, but obviously asking a lot of him. But nothing's really gone right for anybody else. Trendon Watford, 8 points off the bench, was playing well, went down with the injury when everything started to go down the drain for the Philadelphia 76ers, and it did not look good. It was a non-contact injury, looked like a pulled groin, but looked really, really serious. Could barely walk off the court off his own power, immediately went back to the locker room with the help of his teammate. So Trendon Watford tonight is likely done. Led to us getting some Jabari Walker minutes, and he came in, immediately knocked down a 3, but didn't do much after that. Literally didn't do much. He knocked down the 3, and that was it. Got zeros across the board outside of that. Was in there for 5 minutes. Eric Gordon was also in there for 5 minutes. Old man Eric Gordon, really relying on some guys who probably shouldn't be in the rotation right now. Eric Gordon, 5 minutes, 2 points, got a layup. Okay, but he's a turnstile defensively, can't guard anybody. Jared McCain got in, and it's nice to see Jared McCain get back to being Jared McCain. 13 minutes, 13 points, 5 for 7 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3. Got to the foul line, hit a free throw. Jared McCain was solid. Did he give them anything else? Nope, he didn't give them a single other thing. No rebounds, no assists, no steals, no blocks, no nothing. No nothing for Jared McCain. But the scoring is there. He's coming back around. He's going to get a little bit of a pass for a while coming back off the injury. You know, I said Wofford has been playing well. He just got hurt. Yep. We talked about Trendon Wofford in the pregame, playing very well. Really important to Philly, especially dealing with all the injuries that they've been dealing with. And now he goes down with seems like a very serious pulled groin injury. It's likely going to keep him out a really long time. And yeah, they really could have used him tonight. And they were really utilizing him tonight. He was doing a lot of the ball handling, a lot of the playmaking for them. Just that Eric Gordon, 17 years. Yep. Part of the reason why Eric Gordon does not have a player graphic for me is because he should not be a part of the rotation in year 17. They don't have anybody on the bench, though, that you could really trust outside of that. You got the rookie Johnny Broom. You got old man Kyle Lowry. You got the rookie Hunter Salas. How much? Velka FN. What's up, Velka? Is Orlando winning? Yeah, Orlando's going to win. Got your prize picks on them. Yeah, the Magic blowing out the 76ers. Hopefully you had some Anthony Black props because, boy, oh boy. Daniel Tinson said dislocated, so it's more difficult. My wife, I'm rooting for you, Daniel. Hope you feel better, my man. You know, I said, what happened to Atlanta? They just laid an egg. I love when this happens in the NBA. I love unexpected outcomes, and the Atlanta Hawks getting absolutely smoked by the Washington Wizards literally from the start of the game. It wasn't close. Washington put up 45 first quarter points. They were up by 22 points at the end of the first quarter and never relinquished that lead. At halftime, they were up by 22. They both scored 32 points. And then they smoked them again in the third, and then the fourth quarter was already over. I mean, they tried to make it somewhat respectable. This is what, a 19-point loss for the Atlanta Hawks. Obviously, nobody really played in the fourth quarter for the Wizards. Hilarious outcome for a team that was on a 13-game losing streak to come in and blow out what should be like a good competitive team in the Eastern Conference here in the Atlanta Hawks, who had been playing extremely well as of late. Just get absolutely smoked by the Wizards. Hilarious outcome. I love it. I love it. Keenan Hart, McCollum, kind of the core, 46 points. Yep, 46 points for CJ McCollum tonight. Oh, that's not up there. 46 points for CJ McCollum tonight. Hit 10 threes. He hit 10 threes. He and Corey Kispert got the party started. They both started the game 4 for 4 from three-point range. McCollum kept it going. Kispert slowed down, but it allowed guys like Alex Sarr, Koulibaly only with 9 points tonight. That's not what you want to see for a night where everybody went off. For a young team, I mean, it's nice that they snapped the losing streak, but for a young team, you wanted your young guys to really get it going, and Sarr is the prize for them. Obviously, the second overall pick, right, for Washington, second overall pick for the Wizards, Alex Sarr, really showing his value here. But you were hoping maybe Koulibaly would have played a little bit better. No Kaishan George tonight for them. Vukcevic only got 10 minutes. 7 points in his 10 minutes. Maybe play that guy a little bit more. Whitmore didn't score. And that was pretty much it. Bub Carrington had 10 points off the bench, which is solid, I guess. 10 points, 6 assists. That's nice. 6 assists for Bub Carrington, who struggled so far to start the year. Yak said Wizards look good in preseason. They did. They look solid, right? It looked like they weren't going to be the worst team in the league. But they're sure showing us. Right? They are sure showing us. They said, oh, y'all think we're not going to be the worst team in the league and make sure we keep our pick this year? Are you guys crazy? Okay, Hazy said Kispert should be on a better team. Probably. It's just, I guess, yeah, it's hard to evaluate role players like him who are on really bad teams, because I agree with you, but then sometimes I think, well, how come a team hasn't reached out and just overpaid for him, right? Like, I feel like he would be phenomenal in Denver. Great off-ball mover. Obviously, can knock down the three. Why isn't a team like Denver just gone out and been like, we'll get him? Because the chemistry he could have with Nikola Jokic is going to be special, right? The Lakers. Well, the Lakers don't need another small guard who is a little bit defensively challenged. But that's the thing with Corey Kispert. What level of defender is he? It's hard to evaluate on a bad Wizards team. What else can he do other than shoot the three? He's a good off-ball cutter and pretty good finisher in the paint, but not much of a ball handler. Yak said, I thought we might have a chance to get our first-round pick. Yeah, the Wizards are not giving us that pick for sure. We keep talking about the Knicks possibly getting that pick. Don't the Knicks have their pick this year? Thanks to the Stepien rule, don't the Knicks have their pick this year? I believe they do. Unencumbered pick for the Knicks. Chris Baskerville said Maxey 30-point half and the comeback win. I mean, I'm not counting it out. That's why we're going to stay live. I'm not counting it out. Yeah, they have their own pick here. Unencumbered. So, just fully flat out owns their own pick in 2026. They have the Wizards pick that's top 8 protected. It's not going to convert, so it'll end up being 2 second-round picks. I'm not entirely sure how that happens. Let's just get 2 second-round picks next year, or is it like 27 and then 28? Either way. They also have a second-round pick, so that's nice. They have 2 second-round picks. That's nice. They have 2 second-round picks. And then 2027, they don't have their pick. They only have a second. 2028, they have their own, but there's this giant menagerie of stuff. But we'll worry about that when 2028 comes. They don't have their 2029. They have their 2030. They don't have their 2031. They have their 2032. Okay, Hayes said the Wizards intentionally suck just to keep that pick. So here we go, start of the third quarter. Start of the third quarter. What do we got? What do we got? Magic come out with possession. Oh, too far. Here we go. They get it over to Wagner. Wagner on the left wing being guarded by Maxey. Just backing him down. Shovels it out. Anthony Black, a straightaway three. Can't get it to go. There's a miss. There's a miss for Anthony Black. They get it over to Justin Edwards, a right corner three. Can't get it to go. Wendell Carter Jr. the rebound. Here comes Desmond Bane, shot out of a cannon, quickly pushing it down the other way. A 26-point lead for the Magic here. Does Philly have some, do they have any kind of answer as Bane just blows right past Quinn Grimes and gets the easy scoop layup to go? Do they have any kind of answer here to make this somewhat interesting? It is a 27-point lead for the Magic. Barlow has it up top, hands it off to Edwards. Edwards over to Grimes. Grimes back up top to Edwards. Now over to Maxey. Maxey back over to Edwards. Edwards catches, pump fakes, driving to his left, blows past the defense in the lane. Gets the layup to go against Wendell Carter Jr. Great finish from Justin Edwards there. Bane up top, coming to his right. It's over to De Silva. Catches, jab step, pump fake, jab step, driving to his left, scoop layup with the left hand. Can't get it to go. No foul calls. And now here comes Maxey bringing it down the other way. Maxey up top, steps back for a three. Can't get it to go. Not a good night for Tyrese Maxey. On a night they really needed him. Justin Edwards really laboring out there. He's going to sub out. Wagner driving it down against McCain. Going up against Drummond. Can't get it to go, but he draws the foul on Andre Drummond. It's going to send Wagner to the foul line for 2 free throws. 10-14 to go. Can get this back up to 28. Trying to get that 30-point lead. Obviously, you want to extend the lead as far as you can with this being an NBA Cup game. Orlando trying to win their group, man. You said, is there a way to watch the Westchester next? The Knicks? Westchester Knicks are playing? Hold on. AB said, in other words, Mikal Bridges put us in a lot of debt. Yeah. He did. Grimes gets it over to Barlow. Barlow up top, gets it over to McCain. Driving to his right, down the lane, stops. Takes it out to Drummond. A right corner three for Drummond. We talked about his three-point shooting, and he lines one up there. Franz Wagner split the free throws, by the way. It's 89 to now 65 with under 10 to go. Wagner has it up top, being guarded by Barlow. They get it over to Carter Jr. Hands it off to Bane. Bane coming to his right, down the lane, flips it up, gets it to go. Didn't know if that was a lob pass or a floater. It was a floater, and he got it to go. Here comes Quinn Grimes bringing it down left side of the court. Grimes up top to McCain. McCain gets it over to Barlow. Barlow driving it down. Flips it up with the left hand. He gets it to go in. Anthony Black on the left wing. It's nice that Philly is scoring, but can they get some stops inside the De Silva for a two-handed slam as Philly miscommunicates? Franz Wagner immediately takes action. Hits the cutter down the middle of the lane. De Silva for a two-handed dunk. McCain driving it down. Half spin to the basket. Gets under the rim. Kicks it over to Drummond. Now over to Barlow. Barlow's going to line up a terrible-looking three and hits the side of the backboard. Not even close for Dominic Barlow. Anthony Black. Cross-court over to Bane. Bane going to attack. Takes it up top. They swing it over to Black. Black over to Wagner. Wagner in the corner. Going to hesitate and dance with it now against Drummond. Puts up the three over Drummond. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Wendell Carter Jr. had it. Lost it. Diving on the floor for it. Barlow saves it over to Grimes, and now Quinn Grimes will bring it down. Quinn Grimes, right side of the court, being picked up by De Silva. He's going to bully ball his way to the paint and misses the finger roll layup. So many missed layups here for the 76ers tonight. They would still be losing, but at least it would be somewhat respectable. Bane, a fall-away mid-range shot over Maxey, can't get it to go. Drummond with a rebound, another one. Here comes Grimes. Grimes up top being guarded by De Silva. They get it over to Drummond. Hands it off to Maxey. Maxey gets fouled by Bane. 8 minutes to go here. Maybe said, and to think the Lakers only played one pick. Yeah, and they also gave up an all-NBA big. You know, the Knicks didn't give up any players as part of the rotation. That's what the pick package was for. Grimes has it up top. A deep straightaway three. Can't get it to go. Philly really settling for some bad looks. They get it over to Wendell Carter Jr. Gets fouled by Maxey. 7:55 to go here in the third quarter. It is a 26-point lead for the Orlando Magic. Bane gets it up top to Anthony Black. Black gets it over to Bane. Bane being guarded by Grimes. Coming to his left. Leaves it off for Wagner. Wagner crosses over. Down the lane. Leans in. Scoop play with the left hand over Barlow. Got it to go. Now Franz Wagner is getting it going. Now he's just putting his head down, getting to the rim and getting easy layups. Quinn Grimes has it up top. Gets it over to Drummond. Drummond in the left corner three. Can't get that one to go. Silva does a good job knocking the rebound over to Black. Black bringing it down, putting his head down, driving, and then kicks it out of bounds. Oh, nope, they're going to say out of bounds off of Philly. Going to remain with the Magic. Yeah, like I said, we surely missed OG. We should be fine by the end of the season. I'm not worried about the season. I'm not worried about the regular season one bit. Just want to see the Knicks play well. Just want to see them get as consistent as possible. And away from the play foul before the ball was inbounded. He's going to put Bane at the foul line for a free throw, and he knocks it down. Get over to Carter Jr. Now over to De Silva. Silva gets it over to Black. Black down the lane, takes the bump from Drummond, gets the scoop layup to go. And they're going to give him the and one. And Orlando is running over Philly tonight. Thought this was going to be a good game. Maxey has just been so passive, which is extremely unlike him. Extremely unlike him. Black misses a free throw. Drummond with the rebound. Here comes Maxey. What you got for me, Maxey? If you're going to give the ball up yet again, he gives the ball up to McCain. McCain up top, driving to his left, attacking, stops, hesitates, now driving it in, trying to draw the foul. No foul called. McCain has it along the baseline, saves it over to Grimes. Grimes has it in the corner. Bane guarding him. Step back three for Quinn Grimes out of the corner. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Wagner with the long rebound. 1-on-1 against Barlow, putting his head down, attacking to the basket, flips it up, gets it to go. And a 33-point lead is opened up for the 76ers. Did we call it early tonight? I'll give them to the fourth quarter. I'll give them some respect to the fourth quarter, but brother, this is going to have to be an early night for us. We'll go to the end of the third quarter and call it a night. Normally have not done this year because we try to watch as much basketball as possible, but there are no other games to check in on. There is nothing else I could do to make this entertaining. 33-point lead for the Orlando Magic over the 76ers. Oof. Oof. My goodness. Philly just, and I know Philly's dealing with a bunch of injuries, but where is Tyrese Maxey? Got 15 points. 5 for 12 from the field. And I know Orlando's defense has been solid on him. But he's just been passive. He's just been passive. I mean, it's hilarious. It's the National Blowout League tonight. It's the National Blowout League. National Blowout Association tonight. There's been 3 games tonight, or there's going to be 3 games tonight. Wizards-Hawks was a blowout from tip-off. Magic 76ers, similar. I mean, it was tied at 35 at the end of the one. We thought we were going to be in for a really nice game here. And then Orlando put up 51 points in the second quarter. Anthony Blackson with 29 points. I mean, Boompe said your Suggs pick cracks me up every time. Will said cooking. I mean, the NBA's not cooking tonight. I'll tell you that. Trash night of basketball. I expect the Lakers now to completely blow out the Clippers. I expect this to be a trash game. I mean, Maxey and 76ers just throwing in the towel, just quitting. Just quitting tonight. We have, how much time is left? 6 minutes and 49 seconds are remaining. Magic have 100 points, guys. They have 100 points. They have 100 points. 6.5 remaining. More than 6.5 remaining. Here in the third quarter. It's so funny. They're showing the Jalen Suggs and Franz Wagner draft, and Suggs in that pick coming out of college, full head of hair. Great head of hair. And you look at him now, and it's all gone. It's all gone. All right, here we go. We're back into it. And Philly throws it out of bounds. This is the kind of night you just... My goodness. At least I'll get to be able to go to bed early. Right? At least I'll be able to go to bed somewhat early. The Silva three, he splashes it. All right. We might not even make it. We might not even make it to the end of the third quarter here. It's a 36-point game, y'all. What are we doing? What are we doing? Kane has it up top. He steps back for a straightaway three. He can't get it to go. I mean, we're just settling for step-back threes right now for the Philadelphia 76ers here. Carter Jr. pump fakes. Hands it off to Bane, coming to his right, driving it down, kicks it out. Franz Wagner, wide open corner three. Trying to go up by 40, y'all. It's a 39-point game. Back-to-back threes. They go up by 40. I'm not even going to do nothing. I'm literally just going to hit end stream. Drummond gets it out to McCain. McCain driving it down, leans in, all-the-way jumper. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. De Silva has it. Over to Wagner. If they go up by 40, I'm just hitting end stream. I'm sorry, y'all. Wagner down the lane. They go up by 40. They go up by 41 here on the layup from Wagner. Oh, my goodness. What a disaster. What an embarrassment. What an embarrassment. I mean, they're not even running offense anymore. They're just going one-on-one. Grimes to the basket, gets blocked, but does pick up the foul. George Jones said, "Salute, have a good night." Man. I mean, we look ahead. We look ahead a little bit here. We have tomorrow's slate of games. Tomorrow we have Pistons Celtics at 5 o'clock. If that was a little bit earlier, I would do Pistons Celtics leading into Knicks Hornets. But it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. Do we have a good late game? Got Rockets Warriors. I want to do Rockets Warriors. Spurs Blazers, no Wemby. Suns Kings. We might do a doubleheader tomorrow. Motion, baby. What's up, Motion? Is Trent back in? Trent. Who's Trent? Motion, who's Trent? Who is Trent? I'm trying to think. You're talking about Brendan Wofford? Grimes a pull-up three. Can't get it to go. Johnny Broom is in the game. Eesh. Jay Burnaby, what's up, Jay? Score? I mean, this game is over, my brother. It's 111-69. We don't need to know the score. It's over. Yak said 160 is possible with points counting. Yeah, it's going to be possible. So we are, obviously, we're going to do the Knicks game. Knicks Hornets. It's a 7 o'clock start time. We should be able to do Rockets Warriors late game. But I don't know about doing a Warriors game. Maybe. I'll look into it. The Warriors are 10-9 on the year, approaching 500 here. The Rockets are really good. I expect the Rockets to beat the crap out of them. After tonight's game, I don't really have an interest in the up-and-coming maybe team with what Philly's given us tonight. I know Steph Curry is always a fun watch, but not maybe with the defense that Houston can play. Houston can apply there. And then there are really no other good late games. Maybe could have done Spurs to Trailblazers if Wemby was available, but we're not going to do that. So we obviously have the Knicks game on slate for tomorrow. Outside of that, it sucks that the Pistons-Celtics game is so early, because otherwise would have done that game. Gordon finally hit a three. Hold on, it's 27, y'all. Hold on, it's 27. No, it's not. It's 37. It was a 40-point lead, and they chipped it down to 37. My bad. Yeah, there's no hope. There's no hope in this game. Yak said, go to bed if doubleheaded tomorrow. Well, I don't have work tomorrow, so I could sit down and set everything up. So I have the time, right? I have the time. I will be home. I'm gonna be working on some things, but we may not do the doubleheader. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'll mull it over. I have the time to work on it tomorrow, but obviously we will be live at 6:30 for the Knicks Hornets game. Cool. This game is over. There's no reason to continue watching it, unfortunately. So it's going to end our night early. We are not going to do the late game because the Clippers are on my ban list. I have no interest in watching the Clippers. Never cared to watch James Harden. Never found his game entertaining. Now that he's an older man and he's still doing his thing, which is nice, cool. Salute to James Harden, former MVP. Sometimes we get stinkers. The fact that they couldn't keep it under 30 is embarrassing. The fact that it's a 40-point lead is embarrassing for Philly. Should never let a team dominate you that way, especially for a team that, and I know they're dealing with a ton of injuries, but Tyrese Maxey, where are you, dude? Very disappointing night for Tyrese Maxey. He'll end up with 20-something points tonight, if not maybe even get to his average of 30, 33, whatever. But what a disappointing night. Just pulled the disappearing act after that first quarter. And again, I know Orlando played good, solid defense on him, but still. Terrible night for him. Judge that said 111-74 is wild. Yeah. Very wild. Very disappointing. Not get a fight from Philly there. And they continue to not fight. Right? I mean, Andre Drummond literally tried to fight, but it wasn't enough. Anthony Jeanson, that's what we get for watching these enemies. I mean, you have to scout the enemy, Anthony. You have to watch. Or else you're not going to be educated when it comes time to play them. And you're not going to understand what's going on during the game. This is why we watch. We go around the league and we watch. But Philly just not providing any type of ability to scout. I mean, I can't pull anything away from this game for either side. Because the Magic faced no adversity. Philly didn't push back one bit. And then Philly just didn't provide the level of competition that it takes to actually compete in the NBA. Pretty disgusting night all around. So we're going to call it there. I mean, I stopped keeping track of the score. But that's where we're going to end it. The rest of the game does not matter. It's really pathetic that this was the slate we had tonight because we didn't have a ton of options. Only 3 games were on tonight. The Washington-Atlanta game was also a bust because Washington ended up blowing them out. And obviously this game is a bust because Orlando ended up blowing out Philly. We'll see what happens with Clippers-Lakers. Maybe that is supposed to be the game of the night, but don't have a ton of high hopes for that one either, with the Lakers playing well and the Clippers playing pretty bad. with that being said, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me slogging through this game here tonight. AP said the Knicks better show up tomorrow. Oh, it's going to be a barn burner tomorrow, AP. It's going to be all offense. We know the Knicks aren't playing any defense. The Hornets are not known to be playing defense. So they're just going to have to outscore the Hornets because the Hornets, pretty decent offense in terms of like having available players to score. Con Knippel is on one. He's going to be playing extremely well. Philly forces a turnover. Johnny Broom mishandles the ball. And then he lays it up and in. Terrible looking fast break, but he got it to go. Down to 35. Philly trying to mount the comeback. But Will Negron, appreciate you, Will. Foonpay, AP, Anthony Ginty, Justice's dad, Nick Yak, of course. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Unfortunately, I couldn't give you a better show. Just didn't have much to go off of. Thank you guys for your generosity. We got to add my man Will Negron to the members list. You will be on it for tomorrow night's game. Will Negron, appreciate you, my man. Thank everybody for hanging out with me. Very much appreciate it on a night of just really bad night of basketball. We also don't have any games for Thursday for Thanksgiving. That's obviously reserved for football. Don't want to really compete with football. You're not going to get any viewership for that. So we will be off for Thanksgiving, but I wish everybody a good Thanksgiving. I guess I could wish you a good Thanksgiving now, a good holiday now. But obviously we will also be live tomorrow, so we get to talk about it a little bit more. George Jones, AP, K. Hazy, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll catch you on the next one. Brush your teeth before bed. Stay hydrated and get a good night's sleep. And I'll see you tomorrow, 6:30 start time with a 7 o'clock tip-off for the basketball game. Appreciate y'all. Good night, everybody. I'm out. Bye.